Happy Sunday. Welcome into another Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 live stream. Welcome to Minneapolis, St. Paul, Minnesota, home of Sun Country. We'll be taking a flight from Minneapolis to St. Louis, where the Arch is. Ooh, fancy that. Fancy that. And then if we have a second flight in store, we'll be going down to Dallas. No, not Dallas International, but Dallas Fort Worth. What's it called? Dallas, it's like an air base. We'll be going to Dallas. This is, of course, an iFly schedules career. I absolutely love this career mode. The developers, very cool, adding in all kinds of stuff, thinking about unique things to add into it. It doesn't track everything just yet. There's still opportunity with that kind of stuff. But one of the things that's really cool about, we talk about with NewSky, is that NewSky's kind of a chillaxed kind of career mode, right? And NewSky tracks a lot more already than iFly. The iFly schedule really just tracks your vertical speed and your landing rate. And I like that. It's kind of like a carefree zone to have with the career mode. I kind of like it. I'm really excited to get the hell out of Sun Country. Like, I never thought I'd ever fly this many flights with Sun Country. I'm up to almost 20 hours now with Sun Country. I'm kind of tired of it. But I'm grinding. I'm pushing through it. I got my 10 flights in with FedEx this past week. So today is all iFly schedule for me. And tomorrow, well, next week, I don't know if I have as much time to fly. Got a few IRL things going on. So I might have to dial back the FedEx over on APL to either 5 hours or to no, what's it called? No stress, you know, so I can do whatever I can. You know, I can do one flight, I can do 2 flights, that kind of thing. But it's cool having this career mode. I really like it. You know, there's them docs with it, of course, with the, you know, subscription-based stuff, but it's $4. Again, I've wasted $4 on a lot more, and I don't feel like I wasted at all with this career mode. It's been good to have, and it's been unique to fly with Sun Country, if anything. Flying a lot out of Minneapolis because that's the hub. I don't know if there's another hub for Sun Country. I'll have to look into that and kind of see. Thanks for joining me here. It is Super Bowl Sunday for those who follow the NFL. I don't even know who's playing. Seattle and somebody's playing. Apparently very young quarterbacks on both teams. So if you ask me who's going to win, I have no idea because I don't know who's playing. I know it's not the Bears. I know it's not the Bears. And Bad Bunny will be at the halftime show. I don't know anything about Bad Bunny. I guess I guess he makes music. I don't know anything about him. But I know there's been a lot of conversation about him being part of the halftime show. And you know what? We're all there to have fun. So if it's a good thing, it's a good thing. If it's a bad thing, it's a bad thing. But you know, the halftime show has always been about the fans, and you know, I think the fans apparently want Bad Bunny. So good for them. They got him. That's cool. That's great, right? The thing is that we in the US we mix too much of everything with politics, and we don't need to do that. We don't need to mix any of that stuff with politics, right? It's a freaking sporting event. It's a sporting event. You got Deltas out there taxiing and I think taking off. Okay, let's go ahead and get started anyways. Get off my soapbox here. Welcome in P2. Happy Sunday to you, Manhattan. Welcome on in. And let's see, it says Canadians are boycotting the Super Bowl. Oh, really? Manhattan, no, not Love Field. It's Fort Worth. It's like it's like an Air Force base or something. I can't remember exactly. I think it's an Air Force base. Okay, so go over here to electronic flight bag and request request our route. Jeez. Battery on, ground power is on. Up here at the top, nav switches. Window heat. Get this guy going, and then we're climbing up to 3.9. 3.9. APU firing on up. And that's all grand and gravy. Let's go ahead and get clearance and go ahead and start iFly. Tracker. Pop that up the top there. Maybe. iFly tracker. There it is. And then we'll get rid of the other button. Whoosh. There we go. It's pretty tiny. Let's make it a little bigger, shall we? Whoosh. There we go. Just like that. And lock it up there. Actually, I don't know if I can put it there. Well, I guess we don't need the tracker. Okay, we'll do that. Alright, everything else is looking good here, right? APU is firing up. IPU is firing on up. Down here at the bottom, let's go FMC, position in it, next page, grab the GPS, go back a page, go to route, request it, SimBrief in it, grab all this jazz. Minneapolis clearance, Sun Country 8778, ready for offer clearance to St. Louis. Let's get our overlay at the top, refresh it, load it. We're expecting runway 12 left.
8778, Minneapolis clearance, cleared to Lambert St. Louis Airport. Rochester 1 departure.
Scooby, welcome in.
The Waterloo transition.
And they said, agreed, keep politics, sports, and entertainment separate. 100%. There's a Naval Joint Reserve base in Fort Worth. It might be that one. P2 says, I'll be watching the Winter Olympics tonight. Curling is getting intense. Curling is getting intense. Oh boy, I haven't watched anything with the Olympics in forever. Never really been part of the Olympics, like interested in the Olympic stuff. It's good that we have. It's good that we have in the world today. We have something that you can unite countries together. Yeah, that's definitely the positive of all of it.
Sun Country 8778.
I feel like there's so much separation in this world today. I'm not even talking about just the U.S. I'm talking about the country, man. I mean the world. There's so much separation in the world. We can all get together and enjoy sports as humans, as people, as buddies. It's a good time. Calculate 2 and 42, so 42. Takeoff is 5 for the flaps. CG is set. V speeds are good. Departure, we're expecting the Rochester 1. Rochester 1. And the ALO transition, or ALO, whatever you want to say. And then arrival, we're expecting 12 left. That's crazy. Departing the same runway, we're arriving the same runway. That's crazy. All right. And then the Guzgik, I guess. All right. And bring this up to the top now, and let's go and get our APUs going. Hydraulic pumps are next. Alrighty then. Back over here to left-hand side. Send the tablet over here. Go to ground. Release the ground power. Remove the jetway. Jetway. Remove. Jetway is not removing. Remove the chocks. That could be a problem. Okay. And I think we're pushed back. Minneapolis ground, Sun Country 8778, ready for pushback. Sing, welcome in. Happy Sunday to you.
Sun Country 8778, Minneapolis ground, pushback and engine start approved. Face northwest.
Northwest.
Pushback and engine start approved. Face northwest. Sun Country 8778.
Alright, request to pushback. Pushback is commencing. Jetways like the hell with you. Up here at the top, APU. Starting engine number 2. That's DOS. That's French. Waiting for the rotation here. And then we'll go over here to FMC. And go to N1 and take off. And that's going to be a 523. Introduce some fuel. Let's start the Moza cockpit. I still don't know why, but for some reason, everything is working flawlessly now with the Moza cockpit and BeyondATC traffic. Nothing was fixed. Nothing was changed. I'm at a loss for words, but I'm not complaining. Alright, engine's good. Engine number 1's next, Gen 2.
Skywest 4076. At gate Charlie 19, request pushback and engine start.
Skywest 4076, Minneapolis ground.
And fuel.
Pushback and engine start approved. Face north.
Flaps.
Pushback and engine start approved. Face north. Sky was 4076.
We lost to Great Britain in the mixed double curling. That sucked. Hoping for the good game tonight. Steven, welcome in. Dos is Spanish. Dex is French. Ask the Canadian. Don't Canadians speak Spanish? Minneapolis Ground Sun Country 8778 ready to taxi to the active.
Endeavor 5392.
I thought so. I'm pretty sure.
Request pushback and engine start.
Canada's pretty quick, or pretty close to Mexico, right? It's right next door.
Sun Country
Like just, you know, the border's right there.
Runway 12 left taxi via
I think you're
Delta.
just mixing up your world there, P2.
Charlie,
That's what I
Charlie
think.
Mike 6, Mike Quebec, Papa 10.
I had coworkers say that
Runway 12 left
there was a
taxi
team
via
member
Delta. Charlie 5, Charlie,
that, by the way, was
Charlie
making
6,
more money than
Mike
he
6,
was
Mike,
at the same
Quebec,
position level.
Papa 10,
That
Sun Country 8778.
someone was shipping out something. Okay, I work at FedEx. Someone was shipping out something,
Endeavor 53
and it was international shipment.
Minneapolis ground.
And
Engine start
the
approved.
team member asked the other team member,
Pushback approved. Face northeast. Endeavor 5392.
"Is Hawaii international?" Mind you, I live, and this was in the state of Illinois. The team member who is making more money asked the other team member, "Is Hawaii international?"
Skywest 4076.
That's it, folks.
Runway 12 left taxi
That's
via
it,
Quebec,
folks.
Mike Papa 10.
All right, we get the cross. We never get to hold at 4 and 22. They just have us cross, which is rather interesting.
Was 4076.
Taxi lights are on. I forgot that. And let's see, runway 12. So let's go and put in a heading 12. Although we'll be going direct to Alo, so I'll have to see what direction that is. King Bob, welcome in. Happy Super Bowl day to you. I was just talking about how all I know is it's Seattle versus someone. Seattle versus someone that's playing today. And the only reason why I know Seattle is that's the only name that stuck in my head, because someone's like, "Hey, who do you think's gonna win on Sunday?" I'm like, "I don't even know who's playing." He's like, "It's Seattle," and then he said the other name, and I'm like, that whatever reason the other one's not sticking, but I got Seattle. Canada has Canada has 2 official languages: English, and French.
Endeavor 5392.
Are there a lot of French
Runway
fries in
12 left
Canada?
Taxi via Quebec, Mike Papa 10.
Everything in Canada is written in both languages, including grocery labels. Ooh, interesting. I had an American coworker who said he never leaves Texas because he has no passport. That was the day I decided that country isn't for me.
Tower 123.905. See you.
Doesn't have a passport.
Over to tower
That's fantastic.
123.905. Sun Country 8778.
If the Cowboys ain't in it, then it ain't a party for us. Minneapolis Tower, Sun Country 8778, ready to go. Runway 12 left.
Sun Country 8778. Minneapolis Tower. Wind 130 at 9er. Fly heading 170. Runway 12 left. Cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff. Auto throttles armed.
Fly heading 170. Runway 12 left. Cleared for takeoff. Sun
Minneapolis
Country
looking fantastic this
8778.
morning. Gorgeous as always. Alright, lining up on the runway. Throttle's coming up. 40. I like to go to 60%. I think you do 40, but I go 60. That's how I do it here. You don't like it? Change the channel. Where's that from? I think it's Blue Streak. Martin Lawrence movie. 80 knots. Rotate. Beautiful climb.
Pause to bring.
Gear up. And we're going to climb up to about 400 feet, and then we'll make our turn over to the right. There's 400. To the right we go. Heading select VNAV.
Sun Country 8778. Contact Minneapolis.
Flaps up
departure.
1 notch. RTO is off.
Contact Minneapolis departure. Sun Country 8778.
We'll get direct to Rochester here in a second.
Minneapolis departure. Sun Country 8778. Good morning, 2200.
Oh, I forgot to turn on the yoke cam. Son of a bob. Son of a gun.
8778, Minneapolis departure, radar contact. Cleared direct Farmington, resume the Rochester 1. Climb and maintain flight level 190.
190, direct to Farmington. LNAV.
Cleared direct Farmington. Resume the Rochester 1. Climb and maintain flight level 190. Sun Country 8778.
Collapse it. Okay, all's looking grand here. All's looking fantastic. Get departure. All right, we're gonna climb up to about 5,000 feet, then I'll let autopilot take on the lazy mode. And autopilot on. All right, lazy mode activated. Time to chillax. Time to chillax, the kids say. There are two Providence where people speak primarily or only French. Really? Oh wait, I see the new mod icon now. I wasn't seeing it yesterday. Yeah, right, the shield. I'm telling you, I don't remember ever seeing that shield before. All right, so I'm not crazy. King Bob says, anyone watching the Kitten Bowl? Yes, it is a thing, and it rocked. Kitten Bowl? Wait, what? There's a Kitten Bowl? Where's the... who's showing the Kitten Bowl? I want to see the Kitten Bowl. I'd love to watch a Kitten Bowl. I saw a clip last night. You know, I was up partying. I stayed up until almost 11 last night. Holy smokes, partying hard. Omar, welcome in. I saw it was from the Jimmy Kimball's monologue on whatever day it was, day before or something, and yeah, it was a wrench, yeah, and he was saying how the Olympics are starting a new sport, and it was like, what was it, like robot, or no, hold on, Roomba races or something like that. And it had cats on it? I think that's what it was. I can't remember now. Anyways, it was cats on something. You got cats flying off. It was hilarious. Okay, GSX is too expensive, so I got 2-bar pushback pro. Not as advanced as GSX, but it's not too bad. Yeah, the 2-bar pushback isn't bad. You're still, Steven, you're still in 2020, right? I think you're still in 2020. I think, if memory serves me correctly, you haven't jumped over to 2024. Missy Apex, welcome in. RJ, happy Sunday to you. It was a wrench icon. Oh yeah, wrench icon before. Yeah. 10,000 feet. Taxi lights, landing lights are off. All right, we're looking good. So next, we're going to bring up the iFly schedule because I want to show you the progress I've made since our last stream. When was our last stream? Our last stream was when? Today is Sunday. I didn't stream yesterday. I didn't stream Friday. So Thursday? Yeah, I think it was Thursday because the 737-900 and the 737 update came out Friday. I think, right? Everyone was surprised it came out because the support servers were down, whatever, they were doing maintenance on it. Okay, so we'll go to dashboard here and we go into my career mode. Okay, so here's the career. You can see I have 19 total airline hours in so far, and I got paid out on Friday 1,300. Currently pending $833. You get paid every Friday, and I've used one sick day. I tried one sick day because I didn't want to do the flight. So you know, the cool thing is I haven't yet seen it open up for me. But if you do a sick day, it sends it into the pool. I've seen it once before. It sends it down into the pool here, and in the pool, it's sometimes like 1 point whatever, you know, 1.2 times pay or 1.5 times pay, whatever. It could be 2 times pay. for that selected route. So it's kind of cool. So I kind of keep an eye on that. The money market, yes, I'm not 100% sure exactly how beneficial it's going to be based compare, you know. So like with APL, in my opinion, the money is the most important thing. XP is XP, but money is the most important thing because that's where you get more licenses for aircrafts and all that jazz, right? With this one here, I think it's going to be flight hours is going to be more important. That's my thought, at least, flight hours, which sucks for someone like me because, you know, I like my short hops. I like my short little hops. Okay, so I got 19 hours in, 16 total flights in. That's crazy. Normally this is opposite. Normally it's 19 hours and 16 hours. 19 flights in 16 hours. So I need to get 31 more hours to unlock another airline. So that's kind of what my grind is right now. So that's about 31 more flights. If I get 20 more in this week, or sorry, next week, it's going to be another week and a half to 2 weeks before I can possibly get to where I want to get to, which might be perfect because I have a long weekend coming up here soon that I'll be able to potentially jump with another airline. I don't know what airline it will be, though. But I don't know if I'll be able to do it, though, because I have 17 days left here for the early exit cut of contract, and I won't have $5,000 by then. I highly doubt it. Oh, I suppose it's possible. It's possible. Okay, so we go into my logbook here, and you know, so you can see all the places I've gone to. I did this one really cool. It was a 4-stop one, or a 3-stop. Like we did one leg of it. I think we did this one here, the New York to Detroit, Long Island to Detroit. I think that's the leg we did. I like this Des Moines one. That's like the perfect little flight for me. It's a short little hop. St. Louis isn't bad. That's one we're on now. Indianapolis isn't terrible, but if I had to guess, like my favorite one so far, Des Moines and Chicago, just because they're shorter hops. I don't know. We'll have to look to see. Oh, I like this map. It's like 3D. It's like this map is freaking awesome. It's like a globe. You know those old globes you spin? It's like, I can see it. It's a curved here. And here. It's freaking awesome. The little things that make me happy. Oh, it's hilarious. So yeah, you can see all the flights I've done here. The hardest landing I've had so far was a 281. That's the hardest landing I've had so far with all my flights here. The lightest looks to be 115, which was yesterday. Oh, hold on. Yeah, 115. So lots of flights. It's been fun. I don't know. I'm enjoying it. I'm having fun with it, and you know, I'm not going to say, I can't say I recommend it because it's really unique. I think to the simmer. I think this is one of those very unique career modes where it's like there's not a lot of features baked into it yet, but I feel it is on the right path. And the more the developer adds to it, the more he listens to community and all that jazz and comes up with his own ideas. I think it's gonna be awesome. I think this thing is gonna probably be the best career mode out there when it's all said and done. I'm having a blast with it. Again, it's $4 a month. I think it's a good way to go, in my opinion. And the tracker is nice too. I like the tracker. I guess I could have got the tracker on because I didn't do the webcam. I'll see if I remember the webcam on arrival. But I like it. All right, what am I missing here? Let's see. Oh, Sidney Crosby is named Canadian. Hold on, is named Canada hockey team captain for the Olympics. We got this. So it's 9 degrees here. Feels like -3. So looking forward to spring. What is it outside here? I think it's nice out here. Yeah, it's 31 degrees out today. Well, not right now, but right now it's 20 degrees. Yeah, it's 22 degrees out now. Going to be up to 31. We had a heat wave coming up. I think it's this week. Yeah, we got a heat wave. We got tomorrow 40, 43 on Tuesday. Jesus. Next Tuesday, 50 degrees. Spring's on its way here in the Chicagoland. Very welcoming. Happy Sunday to you. Steven says it's 26 degrees here and it's 9 p.m. Jesus. And when I open the front door, Clancy, one of our cats, runs towards it, feels the cold and runs back into the radiator. It's -21 Celsius and my car was giving sensor issues. Oh no. The Disabled Aviator, welcome in. Happy Sunday to you. Are we gonna ignore the LT? Oh, Jesus. Thank you for reminding me that. Button. We are not. That's why we have the co-pilots. Jesus, folks. Meanwhile, altimeter is like, I guess I'll die. I'm going to reinstall. I think today I'm going to get a throwback first officer. I'm going to throw in first officer. I know he said, let me check their Discord. He said he was going to throw a poll up. I'm not sure if he did it yet. Let's see. There's a new update for first officer that came out 2 days ago. And poll. Yeah, here we go. Got the poll. Oh, it's already ended. Oh, cool. Oh, damn. No, never mind. Damn. Okay, so the next aircraft is going to be the 300 he's going to work on. I thought there already was a profile for the 300. Son of a biscuit. Oh, hold on. No, that's old poll. Never mind. It's old poll. New poll. All right, MD-11's winning. Cool. All right. So this is on the flights. This is on Flights and First Officers Discord. So if you're not in there, I recommend it. But here's the newest poll. This was updated 2 days ago, or posted 2 days ago. Next aircraft for him to work on. I want the MD-11. So we're gonna get the MD-11. Hopefully, if we get more votes. So we need people to go in there and vote for the MD-11. Even if you don't have first officer, go into his Discord and add and do the MD-11. Here, I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna use the power. I'm gonna use the power of the of streaming. Go into his Discord. Go into his Discord. Go here. Where's this? Copy this link. Go here. Vote for the MD-11. Miss Apex. Get it done. What's the change log? Oh, that was the last change log. Okay. YouTube videos. He's got some new YouTube videos. Let's check the change log.
Radar contact. Continue climb to 6,500.
All right, we got the 330, 321 auto flows, which allows you to set allows you to individually set what system, event, or time will start a flow. Ooh, interesting. This might be good for J. Russ, because he wanted something that was all automated. This might be a good one. Slider for the boarding speeds, beverages, fix some issues with the door detection. Oh, I remember that. Yeah. SOP stuff. Nice. Parking brake. Yeah, I'm gonna reinstall it today. That's gonna be a today mission. Today I'm excited. Rigged election, FSFO. That's pretty good, P2. I'm buying votes. I'm buying votes today. And gear handle. I don't ever move the gear handle because, well, I guess I could. I don't have it set up though. With the Moza yoke, I can use the middle button here. But this is the only aircraft that has it, so I'm not going to go through a hassle. I'm going to forget anyways. The Wing Flex overhead is awesome. However, it only supports a few planes. Oh, really? Barry, so you said you got it a test version, right? Do you stream, Barry? Do you have a channel? You must if you got like a test version to monkey around with.
Delta 1915, Minneapolis Center.
One day, it's something like, so I have an interview tomorrow with another position at FedEx. And if I get it, it's going to be a nice little jump in pay. And I already got things planned out. Like if I get the position, I could pay off most of my debt here in 2 months and be debt free, mostly. Anywho, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, so if I were to get that and all that jazz, we're going to relocate a little bit closer to that new job, and we're going to move, and the idea would be to either hopefully see if we can get an actual house or rent a house, one of the two. But that should bring up a lot more space, and then I was going to start working on a cockpit of some sort. Not like a full, not like J. Russ kind of style, but more what I have now. Kind of get rid of desks and then go with like actual mounting
Sun
things and
Country
stuff like that.
8778,
And I might look at getting like an
Minneapolis
overhead
Center.
panel.
Copy.
But it'd have to be one where I could use, you know, with any plane. That'd be the biggest thing, because I jump around so often. What is the summer temperature like in the Great White North? Takeoff, or should I say, ask Bob and Doug? Did I do that? I didn't do that. NewSky winner. Who's in here? Irishman's not here, is he? No, I didn't see him. Bear says not on YouTube. Oh, you're not on YouTube. Are you on Twitch? I already voted for the MD83. What? RJ, what is going on here? We need the MD11. No one flies the 83. Come on now, RJ. Get with your senses here. FedEx is going to dominate the world with the MD11s soon enough. There are days, let's see, there are days the Humedex? What's that? Humedex? Takes to feel like 36 Celsius in the summer. It's brutal. Jesus, 36 in the summer. But usually it'll be hovering around 25 to 27 high in June and July. Summer and fall, beautiful year. So you get 2 out of the, you know, you get 2 out of the 4 seasons. It's a half a year. The thing about like Illinois is the winters aren't bad. This year was a little bit worse than recently. You know, so we've been here 5 years now, and this winter definitely was like the most snow. But in terms of like cold, it hasn't been that terribly cold either. There was a couple days where it was like really cold, but like I'm talking about like 2 or 3 days where it was like, you know, single digits. I don't count cold in the 20s. I don't count cold in the 20s. I lived in Minnesota for so long that no. It's cold out, but I don't count it as cold. Like if you can walk from your car to work or to the building or whatever it is, like, you know, you're not going to go out for a jog, of course. But the thing is the summers just freaking suck. I hate the summers here. And I know it's because of the building we're in, because the way the sun rises and it's just blinding into the wall of our building, and this building sucks with insulation. So like it gets stupid hot in here, and the AC's running like a mad person trying to keep this place down. So the cost, I just all I can see is, you know, the dollar signs of when that AC's running in the summertime. It's just, I hate it. So if I can get this new position and all that jazz, I'm gonna probably just try to get out of this lease a little earlier, pay the cost, get the hell out of here. I think in the long term it's gonna save me money alone on you know, electricity. We'll see though. We'll see. Summer and fall is beautiful here. If I had more room, I would have a separate Boeing and bus setup. Ooh, I would love that. I would love that. If I were to ever end streaming, you know, content creating, which, you know, eventually will happen one day in the future. I'm not gonna do this forever. This is just for fun, right? But you know, whenever it happens, if I ever had the money and time and, you know, that kind of jazz, I would like to do is I have my one monitor here as my primary. What I would do is do something like you're saying, have two different setups. I have my 2 ultra-wide monitors, and I just go buy 2 smaller monitors for like the tracker and BeyondATC, that kind of thing. That's what I'd end up trying to do. That would be the plan. Then just get one of those switchers that can switch the PC over to different systems or different monitors. The MD11 is super easy to set up, unlike the MD80. Agreed. I could agree to that. Yeah. Petition to deport RJ to Canada. Signed here. Let's see. It's what Americans call heat index. I've never heard that term. I don't think I'm American. I don't think I'm American, folks. I'm an Illinoisan. All week in Nebraska will be 50s. Really? In the 50s in Nebraska? 20 Celsius for me is too cold. Yeah, Celsius is too cold for sure. This is definitely the coldest winter I've faced. Really? PT. So it must be cold everywhere. It must be just extra cold. Well, not everywhere, but colder. My mom was talking about how because she's in Minnesota, and they've been in the last month been getting hit with a lot of snow and the cold. Prior to that, it was like a mild winter for her too. Honestly, I miss winter. Used to actually really enjoy winter. Was my favorite season too. Yeah, I like winter. I like looking outside and seeing the snow. Like, you got a little bit of snow out there now. A lot of green out there still, but like, I like this kind of winter. This winter wasn't too terrible. Like, I would have rather not have all the snow come at the beginning of the year, or the season, I should say. But like, I would take the cold over the snow. Because the cold doesn't mess up the roads terribly. The snow does. You know what I mean? Snow and rain mess up the roads. I can go wherever I need to go to. You just got to start the car a little bit earlier, right? If it's that cold outside. Now I'm not talking about like P2 cold, but you know, like this winter here. If it's like this every year with the temperature, I'm fine with that. I'm cool with that. You know, I don't go anywhere. I can't handle heat more than 23 Celsius, so I got used to the cold. In India, it was 47 Celsius during the summer. Jesus. Told the wife, when we retire, our next house will be a dedicated flight sim room. Will be a dedicated flight sim room. You know, it's funny because, so I did a thing. I wasn't going to announce it until it arrived, but what the hell? I'll announce it now. I started contemplating what I can do to make this all work, and well, I posted the other day the sad departure of a beloved friend of mine. 5 years of amazing companionship. This stream is dedicated to you, my companion, one of the best friends I've had in my entire life. You were mighty, you were small, you were proud. And that, of course, I refer to the Honeycomb Alpha. For it live on to the next simmer's future, and may they have many hours of enjoyment with you, my good friend, the Honeycomb Alpha. So I did sell that on eBay this week. You know, it was crazy. I sold it within a few hours. It's wild. Like, I get hits on eBay so quickly. I think I'm putting things on too cheap. But I'm also trying to be fair. Trying to be as fair as possible. You know, like the Honeycomb Alpha, now you can buy it brand new for like $300. So I did $175. You know, the wear and tear on it, you know. For me, that's a great deal. Because I think I bought it for like $250. Either $200 or $250. I think it was $200 when I bought it. And then the Bravo was $250. So I got 5 years use out of it for $25. So, you know, anyways, so I sold that to make room so that I could afford the purchase I made earlier this week. And that is, I bought the WinWing rudder pedals. Not the new Airbus ones, but I just bought the other ones. Because I was looking at the Airbus ones like, you know, I don't really fly Airbus all the time. I'm more of a Boeing guy, obviously, or MD-11 or EJET, that kind of thing. And they're pretty much the same. It's just minor differences. But I did get the yacht amper on it, so that should be arriving. That's over in King Bob's neck of the woods right now, apparently. So it's not too far away from where I am. So in theory, I should be able to get sometime, I'd say midweek, and then get it all set up and get a review out and all that jazz. But super excited. And then I'm going to sell the Turtlebeach on the eBay, and I should be able to get, you know, about $200 out of the rudder pedals, the Turtlebeach ones, because they go for like $3 to $350, I think now. So that pretty much pays for the new rudder pedals. And that's the only way I could think about doing this. I was like, well, I got to sell some stuff to buy new stuff. So and then, like, it really surprised me that I had these pedals for almost 4 years now, 3.5 years. They've been really, really good. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I'm excited. This is that's a big purchase for me. I just think about the purchases over the past few months now. You know, the Moza yoke, the MTQ, super expensive stuff. But Like, they've been really, really good. I've done really well with some of these recent purchases. I'm super happy. Super, super happy. Raise a toast to Lady Bravo. I wonder if I can sell the Bravo for parts on eBay. Like 50 bucks or so. I wonder if I can do that. Because, you know, there's still a lot of good parts in there. The handles and all that jazz. And the shell. You know, there's still a lot of good parts on it. I might be able to sell it on eBay, but maybe I'll keep that for, like, emergency backup. In case the MTQ ever goes bad or something. Better not. That's why, like, I was really hoping Moza Micro Center would have the MTQs, because then I could have bought it there and got the 2-year warranty and be satisfied. See, do you have experience with the physics settings in chase plane? Chris says. I don't understand the slider firmness. There are several levels for smooth. Which one is realistic for pure airlines? I'll show you my settings in a little bit. P2 says, I have questions about selling on eBay. I'll DM you. Sounds good, P2. 250 is about 77,000. Jesus, David. Jesus. I'm interested in the Meridian Throttle Quadrant. Yeah, that's going to be one of the things when I look at the expo. Like, I'm super excited. I'm hoping they have it there on display so we can all check it out. But yeah, I like to mess with all the Meridian stuff. And the motorized add-on. Yep. Storm Dakota, welcome in. Happy Sunday to you. Barry says, will iFly schedules add more airline companies in the future? I'm assuming yeah. I'm assuming yes. But, okay, Barry, is there one you're looking for particularly? Is there one you're looking for? So, in terms of the, in terms of chase plane. So, here's my settings, or the preferences here. Scroll on down. Hold on, not that one. Where's it at? Camera movements. No, not that one. Where the hell is it? Oh no, it's under groups, right? Yeah. Got it? Yeah, here we go. Pilot. Okay. So, smooth, I have firmness, I have on smooth. And smooth is what you want for your airlines. So it says right here, smooth, best for airliner and helos. I have the intensity down to 0.5, and the touchdown still at 1. Okay, so smooth, 0.5, and 1. And I feel this works really, really good for the camera physics. Then, for the effects, I have the engine at 0.3, speed brakes at 0.3, and the angle of attack at 0.5. I think these are default at 1. I think they're all default at 1, but I move them down quite a bit. And then the breathing. I like the breathing still. So I have the breathing down to 0.3, the look ahead at 0.5, anticipation I still think is at default at 0.5, and then the follow the horizons at 0.1. Those are the settings I use, and those work really, really well for me. Now, I still have not tried, what's it called? Flight Sim, or FS Realistic Plus. I just don't know if it's really going to be that beneficial for me. I don't know. I just don't know if it's going to be that good for me. Damn dog likes to lay right behind my chair, and then when I move the chair back, he freaks out like I'm going to run him over. Because I'm going to, because he's right behind me. I don't know why. The whole house, and he wants to lay right behind me. Right behind the chair. Like, right on the wheel. Why must you be a goofball? Animals. Let's see. King Bob says, my Bravo 2+ years is suffering from the crappy wire breaking, causing some of the buttons not to work. Yeah, see, that's the issue. Now, Bob, if you're good with electronics, you can solder them. I did solder two of the quadrants. I soldered them up. I put new heat wrapping around it, and it worked. It's just, it's a pain in the ass to get to the middle ones. The one I want to get was the one that's closest to me, so I didn't have to take off any of the handles. Once you start messing with that kind of stuff, though, there's a C-clip in there. And that thing's a bitch to get out, right? It's a pain in the butt to get out. And it's a pain in the ass to get back in. And what happened to mine is I ended up breaking it. It ended up, what was it called? Getting all warped. And that was causing issues with it. And that's kind of what ended my time with the Bravo. that was part of it. And then the one I got, the one I had bought via Amazon, that one, there was something about the D-dents that was really funky. It just, I couldn't feel, like my previous Bravo, I could feel when I pull back and then pull all the way down, I can feel the D-dent in there. In this, the new one I had gotten, I couldn't feel it. It was so light. And I was like, I don't like this at all. I like to have some sort of pressure on that D-dent. And there was none. It's a 7-day free trial, no harm trying it. FS Realistic uses FSU IPC, right? Or is it SimConnect? Good afternoon, Lex and chat. Welcome in, Polder. Yeah, Polder. Happy Sunday to you. I keep getting hard landing, Storm Dakota says. Which plane are you in? Are you, is it you flying consistent in the same plane or different planes? Okay, we're expecting runway 12 left, and that should be that way. We're at a 12-knot headwind. Yeah, so that should be good. We'll go ahead and prepare for runway 12 left, which is, again, crazy because it's the same runway we departed from out of Minneapolis. Let's go on down here. That's not what I want to do. Up here. All right, 1089 for the ILS. 108 and a 9. And 108 and a 9. Okay. And then 123 on the course. Okay, and then we're going to put in 6,000 for the altitude. That's what the FMC was just yelling at about. You can hear the bird. The bird's freaking out for some reason. 741 for the minimums. Whoop, wrong direction.
Sun Country 8778, Chicago Center. Expect Lorley Tree, runway 12 left.
Looks like Lorry 3, runway 12 left, Sun Country 8778. Perfect timing.
Sun Country 8778, verify instruction.
I said it. We'll expect Lorry 3, runway 12 left, Sun Country 8778. Alright. Chicago Center, Sun Country 8778, ready for descent.
Sun Country 8778, descend.
Alright, making our descent. I believe it just needs chase plane now. Oh, really? I thought, didn't it used to use FSU IPC in the past?
Descend via Lorley Tree arrival.
A330 and the 380. Yeah, I haven't flown any one of those two. Can't help you, Storm Dakota. Not flown any one of them two. I'm assuming it's a higher up viewpoint, so that might be what's messing with your head. So try to imagine coming in a little higher. That's what I do with the MD-11, because the MD-11's higher up as well. So it's kind of messing with your head a little bit. So you come in a little higher. You're much lower than you think you are. All right, 36,000 feet. We should be on the ground here in about 20 minutes. It's going to be pretty close just straight in arrival. We're going to be making a turn here, and we just got to turn a little bit more, about 30 degrees, and then we'll be there for the arrival. So really cool, easy flight. And let's see, what are we at here? We're at about just under an hour of flight. Streaming. So yeah, we'll get a second flight in. We'll do the next flight, which is to Dallas. Fort Alliance. I think it's Fort Alliance is the airbase that we're going into. It's the Stealthy, what's it called? Stealthy Duck or something like that. Who makes it? It's not a bad third-party airport. It's not the best, but it's not bad. I don't know where to park there. I'm always confused because I do see like the cargo places and GA, but I have no idea.
Heading 075, Climb and maintain 5,000 feet.
I have no idea where the airliners are supposed to park at.
Turn right, heading 075, climb, and maintain 5,000 feet. Altimeter 3034 United 1010.
Alright, 34,000 feet, looking grand. Speed's coming back for some reason. Is there like a speed restriction? I don't know why the speed's coming back. .247, then 280, then 247. That's weird.
SkyWest 5729.
Not quite sure what that's all about.
Right.
Anywho, 40 on the flaps, and then 136
Altimeter
on the speed.
3034.
Turn right, heading 080, climb, maintain
Alright, there's it.
1,200 feet. Altimeter
Steven says, think about getting a
3034,
do-it-yourself table mount for the flight stick. Ooh, nice. The Delta keeps wanting, the Delta keeps wanting to turn off course while landing, and the Emirates has no, had no problems with. And I also fly the U.S. Air Force plane too. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I've never flown the 330 or the 380. Never flown either one of those two. What's going on here? Unable. Okay, whatever. Leave me alone. Stop bugging me.
Sun
FMC.
Country 8778, Kansas City
Stop
Center.
bugging me.
Copy.
Now, I want to go check though, because I thought FS Realistic uses FSU IPC. Let's check here. Let's check the site. Right. Existing users, see what existing users think. Compatibility. Official add-on product independent. I guess it doesn't. Let's just use the Sim Connect. Well, at least I don't see it on the site. Let's check the manuals. We got Plus, General Tutorial. All right. That's all there is, huh? That's weird. Let's go back here. Let's try Realistic Pro. All right, here's the manual for Pro. Oh, I guess it doesn't. I'll be damned. I thought for some reason it used FSU IPC. But it doesn't. Okay, for those who have used FS Realistic Pro or Plus, have you noticed any performance issues? There used to be memory leaks with it. I know that used to be a concern. Now, I didn't have any issues with it when I was running it recently. I was running it up until when Chase Plane, I think, came out. Then I switched over to it. I honestly just don't know. Is it add anything different really? Does it really add anything? I know like it's gonna get your sound. I don't care about the sounds. I'll disable the sounds. I don't need the sounds. What else does it add though? The wobbling? More wobbling? I don't understand what else it would add that would benefit for me to toss on. That's where I'm a bit lost. Like if I knew for sure there was something it would add, I'd be like, yeah, sure, let's do that. See, I lock at 30 and use frame gen 4 and it stays stable at 120. Okay, so no issue for King Bob, no issues for Champ, welcome in Chance. No issues for Manhattan or RJ. Singh said, I have issues with Pro. That it was locking camera movements by mouse. Ooh, interesting. Yes, more movement in the cockpit. Okay. Well, see, I liked what you were posting in Discord, Bob, about, like, the motion sickness thing, because I don't want that either. That's why what I like about Chase Plane is it's very subtle. Very, very subtle. And even when I was using FS Realistic in the past, like, I would have it dialed down really, really low. Because I like just the subtle kind of movements. I don't need, like, crazy, insane movements. 7-day trial. Well, you know, I wouldn't mind buying it. It's only $6 for me, the upgrade. You know, it's not this... pennies on the dollar, you know. It's again, I spent worse. You know, the whole Jurassic World add-on that, you know, we all chipped in to buy was a waste. Which I still need to try again, though. I need to try it. I'll have to install it one day. When the updated Kodiak officially launches, I think we'll try that. We'll pop into Jurassic World. I'll download that again in Orbex and get the updated, because there's supposed to be sounds and crap. And we'll explore the Kodiak and Jurassic Worlds. That's how we'll handle that. It's only $5, so I went with it. For $30, I don't think it's worth it. Okay, so for the full 30, it wouldn't be worth it. You know, the other thing is I haven't even installed Atmos. I haven't reinstalled Atmos since, what, Sim Update 4? Since the early days of Sim Update 4, when it stopped working. I haven't touched Atmos then, either. I've always been considering the reshade, because I see that, who is it, Chicken, or who is it, Barry? Someone uses reshade. And reshade really does look nice, but I just don't know if I want to go through all the hassle of reshade. And I'm not sure if the NVIDIA filters are still broken. They weren't perfect. Reshade would work better than the NVIDIA filters. That's why I was hoping that Atmos would have the reshade feature, like it had in 2020. So I like that too. I don't think it makes the cockpit feel more real. Oh really? Champ says it doesn't make it feel more. Doesn't think it does. There are profiles you can use that dial it down a lot of the swag. Okay. You really have to tweak the settings. Default settings in FSR are nowhere near realistic. Okay. Despite the name of the product. Reshade will eat up... Oh, reshade would eat up your FPS? Really? Okay. Yeah, never mind then. I don't want reshade. I don't want reshade then. Like, I know when there was a reshade for Witcher 3 before CD Projekt Red kind of built it in. And it worked really, really well. Really big improvement. And I see a lot of cool things with reshade for Flight Sim. I've never tried it, though. I was happy with the NVIDIA filters, but I haven't used the NVIDIA filters in forever, because last time I used them, there was an issue with NVIDIA that I don't remember what happened. It broke something, FPS or performance hit or something major. I'm not sure if that's still an issue or not, but it was nice to have. It was pretty cool. You were able to really get the darks were popping more, the lights were popping better. Wasn't perfect though. It was far from perfect. Because it would, you know, it's doing it for everything. Whereas reshade, you can really select certain things. With the filters, it's you know, it's making blacks blacker, whites whiter, that kind of thing. So it's overdoing everything. Or not everything, but certain things. But at the right moment, it can make things look incredible. Alright, 22,000 feet, 15 more minutes to go. We're about 88 nautical miles out from the airport. And then we'll do round number 2. Round number 2.
Delta 738.
Now the cool thing, I kind of hope the developer... This is not a feature right now, this is just a limitation. With the iFly tracker, it doesn't actually verify the plane type. You know, it's like APL and Fly the Line, NewSky, they all track, they verify the plane. And the thing that I really like about APL, and I've said this a billion times, is that I could fly whatever plane I want, regardless if the airline actually flies it, or regardless if that route is only for that plane. I kind of hope the developer of iTracker continues to not track the actual plane type. Now, I've so far only been flying the 738 with Sun Country here. But there are definitely times where I'm like, yeah, I kind of want to fly the 777. Then I'm about jumping into the 777 instead. And it's not, you don't get dinged, there's nothing different, right? It doesn't track anything with that regard. But I don't know. I like, that's one of the things I like about career modes. And that's why I don't do VAs. Is VAs, you have to fly, you know, you have to fly the actual plane for that route or something that compares to it, right? And I also don't want to just only fly that route, which is another thing why, I don't know, I like the iFly schedules career mode. I understand the whole 30-day thing, but I feel for like us simmers, maybe do 2 weeks, because APL does a week. You have to stick with the airline for at least 7 days, right? I would say 2 weeks would be fair. Instead of a full month, make it 2 weeks that you're stuck with the airline. You can't go anywhere else. I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy with that. NVIDIA filters are still a no-go with the latest drivers. Oh, really? Well, not new. Yeah, so NewSky is a VA, but I'm talking about like airline VAs, like American Airlines, United, and all that jazz. Because then if you go and join, let's say you join United Airlines, you can only fly United Airline routes. You can't fly any other route. Whereas with NewSky, you can do free flights. You can do whatever you want to do, wherever you want to fly. Or, you know, you can also do the scheduled ones that Irishman has put together. King Bob with the 10 gifted memberships. Thank you, King Bob. Courtesy of King Bob, we have GWPH. We have another King, or is it Kingo? We have Ray, Will, Nuff Wiz Nation, North Gaming, Donald, Abdul, and Bogdan, sorry. Bogdan, this. All courtesy of the amazing, generous, the king himself, King Bob. That's what happens to me with APL. I'm in a different airline each week. Yeah. I've been with FedEx with APL for a while now, and I enjoy it. I like it. I think the benefit right now of having like iFly trackers is kind of getting me out of the traditional FedEx routes. I think it's going to be, again, I do believe it's going to be an incredible final add-on when it's kind of done, like 1.0 was out. But it does need a little bit of, it needs a little bit more to be added in to make it, you know, fully, I guess, ready. But I loved where the steps it's going right now. I just absolutely love the steps. And the developer is really cool. The gift memberships definitely got rigged. Or hold on. It is definitely rigged. King Bob says, cheers all. And there is only one king here, me. Deal with it. The king has spoken, ladies and gentlemen. The king has spoken. 16,000 feet. Coming into St. Louis is really cool. All the water everywhere. You get to see the arch. It's just a cool city to come land into. And it's a really nice airport too. The third party, I don't know who makes it, but it's very, very nice. It's a handy little airport to have. I finally actually have taken advantage of this airport more. As I've flying into St. Louis a lot recently. The same with the Alliance Airport, Dallas Alliance Airport. Finally taking advantage of that airport. I think I got that on sale at some point. King Bob says, Barry, everything's rigged. Once you realize that, life suddenly becomes easier. The king has spoken. You can literally just kind of follow this river into pretty much into the airport. You have to break away at some point, but because the airport's, I think, here. Like it's off to the side somewhere. Yeah, I think it's over here. Or it's over here. It might be over here. One of the two. Did you purchase the 900 Negatory? Champ, I did not purchase the 900. I didn't purchase it because I didn't own it in 2020. So depending on the cost of the 700, if the 700 20 bucks, you know, 15 to 20 bucks, I'll consider that for the upgrade. But you know, for me, it's like, is it really necessary? It's weird because all I flew in 2020 was the 700, because that's the only one I bought. I didn't have the 800, which was why I was hoping that the 700 would have been the first one to release, because then I could just pay the upgrade cost. But I had to pay the full price, like, you know, others did. And I'll get the 700 if it's like 15, 20 bucks. But I don't think I'll pay the full 30 bucks if that's the case. But I assume it's gonna be, if I had to guess, I'm gonna say it's probably gonna be 30 bucks. If I had to guess, just because it's you know, it's what, probably the second most popular, if not the most popular plane from PMDG for the 737s. I don't know. I'm guessing on that one.
Country 8778. Contact St. Louis
My
approach
737-700 is also at the
125.
hands of PMDG. Yeah. I see, King Bob says I have the 900, but haven't flown it. My control, wind control Pappy 3 doesn't work with it yet. Oh, really?
St. Louis approach. Sun Country 8778.
Really? Doesn't work with it yet? What did?
12,300 we have.
Really? So the 800 profile doesn't work with it? Like, I assume you're using, well, are you using Sim App Pro or are you using Mobiflight? If you're using Mobiflight, I'd be surprised if it doesn't work.
Altimeter 3019, expect the visual approach.
Wind Control knows about
runway
it,
12
but there
left.
is a thing
Sun
called the
Country
weekend, and I guess they don't
8778.
develop during it. Weekend? You can work every day. 11,000 feet, coming up on 10. So I see Ferris out there in the distance. And Ferris is going to be at 3,500. So I'm going to go pop in that in the box. It's in the box now. And, okay, do you use SimMap Pro? Really? You don't use Mobiflight? Have you tried Mobiflight? That's how I use, you know, my FM, what's it called? FCU on every plane, including this plane here. Mobiflight for the win. All right. Landing lights and taxi lights are on, getting ready to pass 10,000 feet. I haven't used SimMap Pro, if I had to guess, since like the early days that I bought the FCU. The only time I use it is to update. But even then, I don't want to update it because I get nervous about it breaking something. I do need to give Mobiflight a few bucks. They're a non-profit. You know, he does it. He's the creator of Mobiflight said he's doing Mobiflight full time now, and I was like, wow, like he's making enough money off Mobiflight to quit his job. It's crazy.
Turn left, heading 120.
I could use Mobi, just lazy. I get it. I get it.
Delta 738. Airport is at your 11 o'clock.
Yeah, there's things I want to set up with Mobi for this plane and some other planes, like some of the switches for the Moza yoke. I'm just lazy. I'd rather just fly. Rather just go out there and fly.
Cleared visual approach 12 left, Delta 738.
All right, we'll get the yoke cam on here momentarily.
Contact St. Louis Tower 120.05. See you.
I forgot to do it on departure.
Over to Tower 120.05, Delta 738.
Got tired all of a sudden. My wife, she left to work, well, got up for work at like 4:45. I was surprisingly still out, so she must have got up before her alarm. I woke up because the cat was screaming at the door because she wants food. So then it was like 5 o'clock. So I gave her food. It took me an hour to get back to sleep. And then the other cat screaming at like 7:20 that she wants food. And that was pretty much it.
Sun Country 8778.
150 on the heading.
150. Expect radar vectors for visual approach runway 12 left.
Leave Beach heading 150. Expect radar vectors.
Let's see, yeah,
for
Wish
visual
SimMap
approach
Pro.
runway 12 left.
Let me
Sun
use
Country
the
8778.
P7 on the iFly 737. Oh, is there an issue with that, Chim?
Sun Country 8778. Turn left. Heading 150. Vectors for the approach.
All right, heading 150. Vectors for the approach.
Turn
We're
left,
about 29 nautical miles
heading
out.
150. Sun Country 8778.
There's, let's see, it's 5, 8, 9.
St.
It's
Louis
about 9 nautical
approach,
miles
Delta
out.
1571, 2,000 feet.
So yeah, this would be about good. 20. Yeah, this is perfect.
Delta 1571.
All right, let's go ahead and get the
Departure.
yoke cam
Radar
going.
Contact. Climb and maintain 3,100 feet.
Climb and maintain 3,100 feet, Delta 1571.
And let's go ahead and zoom in on the map a little bit more.
Delta 1571.
Vectors look pretty good.
Contact Kansas City Center 128.1. Have a good one.
Center on 128.1, Delta 1571. Have a good day.
And so we're going to be at 3,500 around this point here. And in just a few moments, I'm going to wait until about 14 nautical miles out. Then I'll start getting the first notch of flaps out.
8778. Descend and maintain 3,500 feet.
3,500.
Descend and maintain
so do we see the airport
3,500
yet?
feet. Altimeter 3019. Sun Country 8778.
That's not it, is it? It's all blurry. There. I think that's the airport right there. Okay, airport's in sight. On landing, we're going to exit to where? We're going to exit to... Exit to the right? Yeah, exit to the right. Okay. Artist says, I just want the 739 to be released on the marketplace. Oh yeah, because you...
Maintain 3,400.
Because you bought it on the marketplace, right? The 739?
3,400, runway 3713.
Wait, so the 600 is supposed to come out by Valentine's Day is what the rumor was, and then probably the week after the 700, which again might be perfect, because I got the long weekend, so I might be able to use it then. Again, I'm not gonna, if it's $30, I don't think I can justify spending it. I just don't think I can.
Brickyard 3488, flight level 439.
Oh, it was a sale.
Information whiskey.
Brickyard 3488. St. Louis
Yeah,
approach.
PMG rarely ever puts their planes on sale. Very rarely ever puts them on sale.
Altimeter
3019, what's the
3019,
altimeter?
runway 12
Weather.
left, Brickyard 3488.
Let's see, altimeter is 319. 319, perfect, okay.
Envoy 3713. Airport
So I asked the
is at
developer, and you can't see it on the map anymore. Let me hide them. I asked the developer on the iFly tracker, so you can see up there in the top corner. On the bottom of the tracker, so you can see that's where the altitude is and all that jazz. Underneath, I have to put the METAR for the departure and the arrival. So I'm not sure if he's going to or not. You can always go to this weather screen and get it, but I just like having it all on the main screen.
Descend and maintain 1,000.
That's one of the things I really liked about EPL. Or I really liked about EPL, not liked. And I didn't like about flight lines. I had to go find the weather information.
Louis Tower 120.05.
All right, let's go to approach mode. Is armed.
120.05, runway 3713.
Speed's looking good. 15 nautical miles out. Airport's in sight. Exit to the right. We'll find a gate. And I suppose we could probably just stay here and do a turnaround, right? I don't know. I don't know if I've ever done a turnaround in the PMG 737. All right, altitude's looking good. Speed's looking good. Let's go and get our first notch of flaps out. Slow us on down.
Sun Country 8778. Airport is at your 11 o'clock 11 miles. Report the field in sight.
We have the field in sight, Sun Country 8778.
Sun Country 8778.
Flaps 5.
Cleared visual approach runway 12 left.
All right, clear for the visual. Should
Cleared
intercept the
visual approach,
localizer in just a
12
second.
left. Sun Country 8778.
All right, speed's looking good.
Sun Country 8778.
Localizer, glide slope.
120.05.
Speed brakes are armed.
Over to tower 120.05. Sun Country 8778.
Now you see the yoke's moving on its own right now. That's the auto follow, whatever you want to call it, for the autopilot. It doesn't work with the iFly Max. Seems like it just works with the PMG 737s right now.
Wilco, Sun Country
I haven't flown in theory it shouldn't work, but I haven't flown it in the FENIX. I don't remember. I should say I don't remember if it works with the FENIX, but again, in theory it shouldn't because there's no feedback. I've got a tailwind right now, 23 knots. Jesus, what the hell? It's supposed to be a headwind of 13 knots, so the wind's going to change here? Oh no, it's crosswind right now. Never mind, it's crosswind. Alright, let's go and get that gear down. Flaps 10. Coming in a little hot right now. That gear will help slow us on down. Hopefully. Come on now. Come on, buddy.
Sun Country 8778. Wind 130 at 13.
Flaps 25.
Left clear to land.
Runway 12 left clear to land. Sun Country 8778.
Flaps 30.
1,000.
This plane just does not want to slow down today. Struggle bus. Alright, flaps 40. Autopilot's off my aircraft.
500.
The Pappies.
400.
Random's always like, follow the Pappies. Yeah, okay, because the glide slope tell me one thing and the Pappies are telling me another thing. Never trust the Pappies. Never trust the glide slope. Always follow your intuition when you can see. Jesus.
300.
That wind really shifted.
Approaching minimums.
Yeah, see now glide slope shows I'm like really high.
200.
Happy to see I'm right on target.
Minimums.
I just want to be 50 above the piano keys.
100. 50. 30. 20.
Idle.
10.
Settle. Settle. Let it glide on down. Touchdown. Get that nose down. Reversers. Welcome to St. Louis, Missouri. Alright. And let's go and get those flaps up. Exit to the right.
Exit next available taxiway.
Speed brakes are disarmed and landing lights are off.
Exit next available taxiway. Sun Country 8778.
I gotta make sure I don't break any like bad habits or make any bad habits here because iFly tracker also doesn't track speed, I believe.
Sun Country 8778.
So I don't want to go all crazy because that's the thing with like NewSky is 40 knots. I think it's 40 knots. And wait, look, and I'm just gonna cross. Yep. Woo. And APL is 30 knots for taxiing speed.
Hold position, Delta 1043.
All right, we'll taxi on down here. Park, unload, do our second flight.
Continue taxi.
242 is what Singh says. Good landing. It felt pretty good. I think it was under 200. I felt like I was under 200. Got a bunch of Southwest here. I have no idea where Sun Country parks. Probably over here somewhere. I'm gonna head down here though. If I see another Sun Country, I'll park next to them, but highly unlikely. Highly unlikely. It's a very nice airport, though. Performance is always really good in this airport. This is where I really, really wish BeyondATC would add the
1043. Hold position for traffic.
turnaround flight
I'll call
stuff.
you back. Hold position for traffic.
Because then I wouldn't have to close out traffic and, you know, or close out BeyondATC and do it again.
Continue taxi. Continue taxi.
Because then you can see all these planes moving still. It'd be so cool. But unfortunately, not yet. Coming soon to the nearest cabin. There you go. Cabin. So we'll be taking off probably runway 12. Right. Yeah, 12 right. So I'm gonna keep on going down a little bit farther. We got Delta, United. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Sun Country probably parks back over by Southwest there, but I'm gonna park over here. Looks like that Delta's floating.
Southwest 547. Cross runway 6 at Delta. Continue taxi via Delta, Victor. Cross runway 6 at Delta. Continue taxi via Delta, Victor, Southwest 547.
Is there a gate here? Yeah, let's take that gate there. Number 14 is going to be our gate. Taxi lights are off. Alpha 14. They wanted Alpha 19. Actually, we're not too far away from where we're supposed to be. That's hilarious. All right. Parking brake is set. Over to the left-hand side, we're going to set the chocks. Get the webcam off for right now.
Cross runway 6 at Delta.
Request a ground power.
Victor, Delta 1043.
Let's get the jetway connected to the top.
Southwest
And
547. Contact St. Louis
APU.
Tower 118.5.
There's the ground power.
Contact Tower 118.5.
Down here, fuel.
Take care.
All right, engine cutoffs. Engines are cut off. Complete the flight. Let's check our flight with the iFly tracker real quick, or with the website. See what our landing was like. I'll kill out BeyondATC since we'll have to relaunch it anyways. And push the button. And let's see, dashboard. Let's go to our log. And our landing was a 139. Yeah, I thought it felt really good. 139 on the landing rate. All right, so next flight, we're going on down here to Dallas. Why isn't it showing me I've never gone there? I've definitely gone there. You can see right here. Went there last night. We're doing the exact same flight I did last night. All right, this is a bit of a longer flight than this first one here. So let's get tracker and BeyondATC back up. All right, so while that's doing that, let's reset things here. So we got to get that APU fired up. APU. That's all. Let's turn these packs off. Turn that off. Well, I turned that to open, right? Yeah. And then that's off. Packs, those are all good. That's good. We'll keep the lights. That's fine. Okay, that should be good. That should work. All right, let the plane chillax for a little bit. BeyondATC to connect, and we'll start our second flight. So we're going to KAFW. Not the W Bush, but the W, the other W. It's crazy that with Sim Update 4, I'm able to actually do, you know, lights without worrying about the whole, oh shoot, I didn't want to connect BeyondATC yet. Kill out BeyondATC again. Gotta restart BeyondATC because I hit it too early. Joe says, I was watching, but then my Bluetooth hearing aid died. Oh no, I heard you say follow the river and I thought you were landing in DCA. Oh yeah. Nope, not DCA. The other DCA. I went to buy packet. I went to buy packet ramen and I saw a health warning label we have here. Turns out a packet of instant ramen has 1,800 milligrams of sodium. Holy, 1,800? Only if you add the seasoning packet, P2. This is a fair statement. This is a fair statement. All right. iFly tracker is tracking. There's the tracker. Back to business. Over here to left. Let's go to the main page. Request a SimBrief. Going on there down to Texas. And then we want to go here to Performance Tool. Import it. Uh-oh. Clear it out. There we go. Import it. And we're departing runway 12 right, I assume. St. Louis clearance, Sun Country 3007, ready for IFR clearance to Alliance Airport. I forgot to pull up my SimBrief.
Sun Country 3007, St. Louis clearance, cleared to Fort Worth Alliance Airport.
Fort Worth Alliance.
Johnny 6 departure, with the Naples transition, Dennis filed. Climb bias at except maintain 5,000 feet.
So we're doing 36,000 on this flight.
Squawk 4765.
All right, 12 right. Yep, cool. All right, import, calculate. 232. All right, so we go over here to inits. Hold on, no. What do you want to do? Route. Request it. SimBrief. Set. Select. Or set. Select. Doing that. Cool. Well, what's the point if I don't add the seasoning? Then you're eating a bunch of noodles. I have not had ramen in probably 25 years.
Ground 121.9.
I'm talking about like the cheap ass pack too ramen, by the way. You know, it used to be like 30 something cents. I don't know what it is now, probably $1. Because everything's more money now. Alright, that's all loading on in. Fantastic. It's all ready to go. 12 right. Plop that in there. Activate, execute. Let's go ahead and request our performance. And while that's doing that, let's go ahead and switch over to our APU. Good. Yaw dampers on. Pumps are pumping. Good. Back over here. Ground. Release the power. Or sorry, release to ground. I can't release that for some reason. Remove the chocks.
Southwest 2148. Gate Echo 6 request pushback.
Cool. Load this in. Execute it. 360.
St. Louis ground. Pushback and engine start approved.
What did I say? I already forgot 2 and something.
Pushback approved. Face northeast. Southwest 2148.
32. 2 and 32. Takeoff. Flaps 5. CGs. That's all good. Departure via Johnny 6. And the map transition's the only option anyways. And then arrival into Dallas is 16 right, which is an RNAV. I don't know why it does 16 right all the time. 16 left's an ILS. So I was going to ask for it. Alright, that's all set. Get our trim pay up at 539. Cool. Altimeter's good. We're ready. St. Louis ground, Sun Country 3007, ready for pushback and engine start. Talk about a turnaround.
St. Louis ground, pushback approved. Face north.
It's like a
pushback approved. Face north. Sun Country 3007.
Southwest turnaround. All right, facing north. Good. Parking brake. Released. Pushback commencing. To the top we go. APU engine number. Damn it. Engine number 2.
Southwest 2148.
Rotation looking good.
Southwest 2148. Runway 12 right taxi via Charlie. Charlie 7. Romeo. Delta. Victor.
Reset the clock. How do you reset the clock?
Runway 6.
Fuel. How do you reset the clock?
Runway 12 right taxi via Charlie.
Gate
Charlie 7
time.
Romeo Delta Victor. Hold short runway 6 Southwest 2148.
There we go. All right, clock reset. Rotation's looking good. Trim 5-3. Heard the click. Engine number 1. Jen. Flight director. Flaps. Clock. Get back to working. Engine number 1. Terra still tearing. RTO. Flight directors. Okay, looking good. Let's see. I saw an Andy Cook's video on how to improve packet ramen, and I got a craving. Braved the cold to go to the store, so disappointed. Taxi lights are on. Heard the click, so let's go to both here. Continuous, continuous. Off, auto, auto, and auto. Gens. APU's off. Everything else all good. St. Louis ground, Sun Country 3007, ready to taxi to the active. Alliance is in Fort Worth, not Dallas, referring to Fort Worth as Dallas is offensive to the people in Fort Worth. I apologize, Manhattan. I apologize.
Runway 12 right, taxi via Charlie 7, Romeo, Delta.
What? Okay, hold on. Isn't DFW
6,
called
Sun Country 3007?
What is it? What is DFW? Dallas Fort Worth. Isn't it Dallas Fort Worth for like DFW? All right, Charlie, we're gonna hold short, runway 6. All right, throttle's going up. My apologies. Alliance is in Fort Worth, not Dallas. You know, it's funny because here in Chicago, in the Chicago land, I'll say, because you have to say the Chicago land. I don't live in Chicago. I live in the Chicago land. The land is all the suburbs near Chicago. So, you know, people who live in it was weird coming here because, like, I'd accidentally say, you know, I live in Chicago, and they're like, no, you don't. You live, you know, here. And, I remember one person from one of the suburbs, like, yeah, I don't live in Chicago. I live, you know, this suburb. This is a real place. I'm like, it's all the same stuff. This is all Chicago. Without Chicago, none of this would exist. But I'm sure people in Minneapolis, St. Paul are the same way. I live in Minneapolis. No, I live in St. Paul. You had KAWF. Yeah, that's where we're going. Not to DFW. We're going to AFW. Dallas is Dallas Fort Worth. It sits in the middle between Dallas and Fort Worth. Oh, and Alliance is in Fort Worth, which isn't Dallas. That's where I got confused though, because okay, you gotta give me some kind of slack there, because all I've known is Dallas Fort Worth, Texas. So I just assumed Fort Worth, what's it called? Fort Worth Alliance is still Dallas. Correcto. All right, we're going to Victor, which is Victor. Victor is here. Auto throttle is armed. St. Louis Tower, Sun Country 3007, ready to go, runway 12 right. Landing lights on.
St. Louis Tower, wind 130 at 13, Arnav to Hefner, runway 12 right.
Arnav to Hefner. Yoke cam on.
Runway 12 right.
I can't call it the yoke cam though, right? Yoke, cockpit cam?
Sun Country 3007.
Bye-bye, St. Louis. Whoa, Southwestern. It's been fun. It's been a fun 10 minutes. Oh, what the hell was that? Toga, what the hell was that noise? That's scary. What the hell was that?
80 knots.
Checked. What the hell was that noise? Scared the crap out of me, though. Rotate.
48, holding short, runway 12 right.
Southwest 2148, runway 12
Gear it.
right. Line up and wait.
Runway 12 right, line up and wait. Southwest 2148.
Tell you what, man. Force feedback. I feel so ashamed for saying it was worthless in the past. It's far from it. LNAV, VNAV, RTO.
Southwest 2148, St. Louis Tower, wind 130 at 13, Arnott to Hefner, runway 12 right, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 12 right, air nav to Hefner, cleared for takeoff. Southwest 2148.
And I think we're gonna have a tailwind this flight. That's gonna be good.
Contact St. Louis departure.
Contact St. Louis departure. Sun
St.
Country
Louis departure.
3007. St. Louis approach. Sun Country 3007. 2,400
St.
feet.
Louis. Why does it say that? I don't understand.
Sun Country 3007.
St. Louis.
Departure.
Yeah,
Radar
Louis.
contact.
With an
Climb
S.
and maintain flight level
The S is not
180.
silent, if I'm correct.
Climb and maintain
It's like Illinois.
flight
The S is
level
silent in
180.
Illinois.
Sun
It's not
Country
Illinois.
3007.
It's not Illinois, you crazy. Alright, swing over to the right here. So I posted in Discord. I had my first WASM crash with the latest experimental build. So that's, what, 2 weeks in the EJET? And probably somewhere between, I'd say, 15 to 20 flights. Closer to 20, I'd probably say, if I had to guess. And dummy me, of course, was going to try to give some money to
Approach.
Irishman and NewSky,
2,100
which I
feet.
forgot to do today. Son of a gun. Anywho,
2148. St. Louis departure.
instead of restarting the entire sim and clearing out the WASM folder,
300 feet.
I decided just to restart the flight.
Climb, maintain
Restart the flight,
2,300 feet.
and I did see some issues right away. One was the weight was being weird, but I was like, it's fine, whatever. It'll be alright, I'll figure it out.
Contact Kansas City Center
But the AP would
160.1.
not engage. It was being really weird. Like, it would engage and then it would disengage. So I was like, son of a biscuit. Thankfully, the flight was short. The problem is, though, that the weight, the fuel was so low because of whatever was going on, that NewSky was really pissed. And I should have declared an emergency, was what I should have done. I was thinking, like, maybe I think I'll be all right. Because last time I declared emergency, I was saying I probably shouldn't have. I probably should have just gone with it, right? So whatever. So I screwed up. Got a bad landing rate, but then Irishman's like, later on he tells me, he's like, why'd you delete the flight? And I was like, we said, why did you delete the flight? You made money. And I didn't even know we made money on that flight. I just assumed because it was a 3 that we would have lost money. I would have got penalized on a bunch of crap and then cost the airline, thousands and thousands of dollars. Hundreds of thousands, maybe. That's the thing. I like that you got to find the balance, because I like the features, like some of the tracking stuff, but I'm like, it's too much sometimes, having all those things is too much. 10,000 feet, landing lights coming off, webcams off. It's nice to have a lot of those things that can track you and all that, but it's also just an awful lot sometimes. Like, that was one I like, if I can get, okay, if for me, if iTracker wants to be the perfect career add-on for me in terms of tracking certain things, lights and overspeed, keep the G's and the landing rates, the vertical speed, keep all that stuff. I like that. But then also track center line and touchdown zone. And the touchdown zone they have to figure out. That's going to be a tough one to do, because even Fly the Line has a problem with that one. But the touchdown zone, NewSky's pretty good on that one. But if they add those things, that'd be perfect. It'd be a perfect little career mode. But then there should be like ways to I don't know. You're going to run into problems with some plane at some point. There's going to be WASM crashes or whatever. So there should be, I don't know, half percentages or something like that. So if you have you maybe get like 5 get out of jail free cards or whatever like that per month. I guess 5's a lot, but 2 or something, where like if there's a malfunction with your plane, something going on, you can hit this button and you get 50% of what you're supposed to get. So if you're supposed to get $100 for the flight, you'll get $50 for the flight or something. That's what my thought is, at least. Let's see. What do we got going on? I'm sorry, missing chat. You in Texas, King Bob asks. Yes, he is. I was born in San Antonio. Ooh, King Bob was born in San Antonio. I had a friend. I have a friend. He was born in Crystal. Is it just Crystal? Crystal, Texas? Is there another Crystal? Or is there just Crystal? It may be Crystal. In Texas. Manhattan said medical center. Was born in San Antonio as well. Medical center. Ooh, interesting. King Bob says dad was in the Air Force at the time. Believe in Kelly Field. I know where that is. My wife was stationed at Lackland. Oh, really? Interesting. That's cool. See, it's a small world. It's cool to, when you get to meet people and not know much of their background. All of a sudden you start talking about certain things. You're like, hey, look at that. A lot of common things outside of just flight sim.
Kansas City Center, Sun Country 3007. Good day. Leaving
Flight sim just bonds us together.
For flight level 180 direct Johnny.
Sun Country 3007, Kansas City Center. Climb and maintain flight level 360.
Climb and maintain flight level 360. Sun
All right,
Country
360.
3007.
We'll get the altimeters off. I'm following that this time around. And I'm going to step away here just a second to give the cat her snack. There's 18,000 feet. Perfect. Let's go standby. All right, I'm going to step away for just a few moments. I'll give you the sights and sounds of the 738. Be right back. I just saw your message, King Bob. Thanks for coming on in. Guests are arriving. Have a great day. Enjoy. I'm assuming you're watching the Super Bowl, so have a great time at the Super Bowl. We'll see you for the next flight. Thanks again for the 10 gifted memberships.
City Center, Sun Country 3007, through flight level 208 for flight level 360.
Sun Country 3007, Kansas City Center, copy.
The flyby star is really cool. Alright, this is a longer flight. Got about an hour to go here on this flight, so thanks for joining me. Let's see. I wish APL would let us turn the lights off at 18 and not 10K. Isn't the standard 10K? Is it supposed to be 18? I know there is an issue though with APL, and that is with high elevation airports. For example, I've done a couple flights in Mexico recently with FedEx, and some of the elevations, like 7,000, 8,000 feet up in the air, and it yells at me because the flaps, or, it dings me because the flaps aren't up when they should be. Well, it claims the flaps should be up at when it should be, but if I pull the flaps up right after takeoff, I wouldn't have enough lift. And the same with the lights. There's been a couple of flights where I've done in the past. I don't remember where, but you're landing, 9,000 elevation or something like that. So it doesn't realize the lights off or off at the right time and all that. So like if you take off at 9,000 feet, you have to have them off by 10,000, but you got a lot of crap going on at right at takeoff. And the last thing you're thinking about is turning off the lights at right after takeoff. It'd be nice if you could customize it to your liking. If there was like easy, medium, and hard mode, I guess. Or I guess, realistic and non-realistic, whatever, custom. But if they do that, then they have to, because a leaderboard, then they'd have to deduct from the experience. If there was no leaderboard, then you can completely customize it however you like to. Kind of like EPL does. Or not EPL, sorry, Fly the Line. It doesn't allow you to customize things, but... My company is 18K, but yeah, I believe some are 10K. I think most of the US ones are 10K. I think the US at least. Most of the US ones. But yeah, it'd be nice. It'd be cool if you can customize it to 18 or 10K. One of the two. I know there's one plane, I don't remember which plane it is now, but there's one plane, if I don't turn the lights off by 10K, then APL would ding it. Every other plane I was able to do it after 10K, just like shortly after it. So like, normally I'll aim for like 200 feet above 10K, but there's one plane that I have to turn off beforehand, or APL will like ding it. I don't know why. It's really weird. Oh, it's gonna be a headwind. Son of a Bob. I thought we were getting a tailwind on this flight. Oh well. Oh well. Let's see what the weather is in Fort Worth. Oh, wrong one. Weja. The Weja is very nice. So this is our route. This doesn't show other pilots, right? That's just our route. Okay. Let's see if there's anyone else flying the iFly schedules. So let's bring it up on the screen here. We got 15 people flying. That's very nice to see. We got all kinds of people. Here's that's not us. Is it us? Oh, we're at 27. That's not us. We're one of these. Here we go. Fly Lex Sim. Here we are. So here's our flight. Career. Everyone but 3 people are flying career. It's cool to see as well. We get someone in the EasyJet, Ryanair, Frontier, Jetstar, Transavia. Very cool. Oh, and then Norwegian. Very interesting. That's cool. So you have 3 of us with Sun Country on right now. And if you click on the live map, you can see where everyone is. So the yellow, or these orange ones are Sun Country, I assume. Tampa to Minneapolis. Jeez, that's a long flight. Almost done with their flight, though. Doesn't show their total time. And then here's us. And then we got United. This was... Oh, there's 26 active flights right now. Huh, the leaderboard was showing not 26. And then we got Allegiant over here. Oh, I wonder how... What's the difference here now? And then we have Allegiant over here. looked at that one. This is Frontier. They're almost done with their flight. We got Spirit. Yeah, Spirit wasn't on the list either. They're just starting their flight. Their Frontier almost done with their flight. And what the hell? That's a long flight. 2,000 nautical miles going to Mexico. Or no. Yeah, Mexico. Wow. And then we have over here, we got here. Ryanair. Nice. Yeah, some of these aren't even showing up on the... I wonder what the difference is. There's EJETs. Swiss Air. Yeah, Swiss Air wasn't on the list either. Wizz wasn't either on there. Yeah. Huh. So it says there's 27 active flights, but if we go back, this is only showing 15 flights. Does it show only 15 flights if I reset this? And there's Swiss now. I don't... Was Swiss on there before? I don't think Swiss was on there before. Norwegian was on there. Does it randomly just show ones? There's Swiss Air. Swiss Air again. What if I try it with Edge? Curious. iFly Skid. What the hell? Oh, spelled that wrong. iFlight schedule. That's not how you spell it. Schedules.com. Huh, I don't know. 15 still. And 27 active flights. Singapore. Jesus. 8,000 nautical miles. What the hell's going on here? It's a weird way of showing it. Something's goofy with that, unless they fell asleep. This could be a Misty Apex kind of thing. Oh, I didn't know it showed the altitude little arrows too. That's cool. So where are we at? Sun Country, right here. So yeah, we're climbing out. I want to see this stuff added to the tracker. I think that'd be kind of cool. Be very, very cool to have. How are we sitting on our dashboard? I didn't check to see what... Did we move up a ranking? We might have moved up a rank. Oh yeah, we're number 8 now. And then after this flight, we can potentially be number 7. Yeah, no, we're gonna be just short of 7. We're not even close to number 6. We got a long way to go. Long way to go for that. And then I'll generate a new schedule. What does standby mean? I don't remember what standby is. Let's check this out. Let's see what standby is. I always forgot. So here's the tiers. Okay, so here's the airlines you have for the tiers. Oh, I didn't see this before either. Okay. So Allegiant, Breeze, tier, Jetstar. Okay, so we're stuck with this tier until we get up to 100 hours. And then we add in this tier. And then 350 hours we add in this tier. And then the 4th tier we add... Oh my gosh. Wow. That's a little deflating. We're stuck with some... We're pretty much going to be stuck with these low tier airlines for a while. For a long while. At least US based ones. For a long time. Oof, okay. Well, we'll figure it out. It's all based on your actual hours you fly.
Contact Kansas City Center 133.8. See you.
Alright, what was I checking? Standby.
Contact Kansas City Center 133.8.
Alright, cost, training days, while in training. Continuous round trip mix.
Kansas
So
City
continuous
Center,
is a chain
Sun
of
Country
A to
3007,
B
good
to
day.
C to
Flight
D.
level
Round trips
358.
Our round trips back and forth, out and back is A to B, then C to A.
Country 3007.
And then mixed is just random
Copy.
flights. What should I like to do with APL? And transfers. I was looking for standby. What the hell standby is? Barry says seatbelts as well. Oh, hold on. What? I thought landing lights are all 10K. Yeah, I knew there were some that were 18. Except for Salty, welcome in. Says 750 hours seems a bit. Yeah, 750 hours is crazy. What's the math on that? Let's calculate this real quick. Let's get the old calculator out. Let's check. Alright, so what do I have right now? I have 30... No, what do I have? 20-something hours in? 20 hours. Yeah, I got 20 hours in. And I got the career mode last week, right? Where the hell's the thing? I always forget what button is this one here. Okay, January 31st. Okay, so in about a week, we're going to say a week I did 19 hours. 750 divided by 19 a week. That's 39 weeks. 39 weeks. Yeah. I don't know if he's going to change that or not, but 39 weeks at my current pace. That's at my current pace. It could take a potential year to get up to like United and Northwest and all that stuff. That's a little excessive. I think he needs to adjust that. I think he has to figure out something with that. What is standby? All right, here's standby. Standby is a reserve duty system that simulates real-world airline reserve scheduling. You can make yourself available on call for potential flight assignments. Go to standby, select your duration, wait for the timer. A countdown timer runs while you're on reserve. Assignments check. There's a 6% chance you receive a flight assignment. If assigned, flight appears at the random point during your standby. Oh, okay. 6% chance of receiving flights. 1 to 2 flights per assignment. Round trip 6%. Assignments. Okay. %. Fatigue. All right. Flying adds fatigue plus 7% per flight hour. Recovery, fatigue, can't fly. Yeah, I know about that. Okay. And then here's what it tracks right now: landing, G-forces, and climb. Climb and descent. Yeah, 70. That's a lot of. 500 hours might be better. Yeah, I don't. Hey. That's 63 12-hour flights. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's a lot of, like, I don't know. Dude, yeah. I suppose though, if you wanted to cheat the system, right? You can do, you know, I wouldn't be able to do that. I couldn't do that. You can let your computer go for 6-hour flights, 8-hour flight, flying a flight that does those long hauls, and 63 flights. If you did 63 of them, for me it'd be 4 weeks. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. I think he has to look into that a little bit.
Kansas City Center, Frontier Flight 4112.
I might put that in the suggestion now that I looked at it a little bit more.
Frontier Flight 4112, Kansas City Center. Copy.
All right, looks like he's someone's asked a question. Oh, hold on. Oh, okay, so he's gonna check the hour. He's gonna check to add some U.S. airlines, North American Airlines to Tier 2. Someone asked a question that he's about to get 100 hours He's about to apply for Tier 2, however, there's no North American. Let's see, any lots of adjusting. I can put it on the screen, I suppose, when I'm typing this out. I'm going to put it in there. Any thoughts on adjusting the hours for each tier based on my average hours? Let's see, average flight hours per week. It would take, what I calculate? I already forgot. Is there history still? Nope. Nope. What'd I say? 19 hours. Oh, what was it? 750? 19. 39 weeks. 39 weeks. 40-ish. Let's say 40-ish. Tier 4, which is a long time. Just imagine, man, how do you spell imagine? Those simmers who can only fly 5 to 6 hours per week. It would take forever. No caps. No exclamation mark. Alright, let's do that. I'll send that off and see what they say. That's just in the suggestion chat. That's a long time. That's steep, yeah. 500 hours might be better. We double chime seatbelts at 10K and then auto off at 18, depending on the ride course, and landing lights off at 18. Oh, interesting. I don't know. So, can I fire? I'll fire APL up real quick. Let's take a look at APL when I was able to get to. Let's see, APL. When I was able to get to, like, one of the higher tier airlines with APL. Because APLs is all about percentage. And iFly is tracking it a lot differently. A lot differently. So here's my, so I have 1,300 hours into APL over the course of whatever it's been now. Let's go to the logbook.
Sun Country 3007, Memphis Center.
Okay, so start date. Let's go on down here to the bottom. Okay, so I was with Sun Country way back in 2023, 1/26/23. Okay, so I was with Sun Country, and let's just figure each one of these are hour-long flight, right? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So this is 20. 1, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So 7 more flights, and I was able to jump over to Sun Country, or to SkyWest, which is another regional airline, which I thought is where we're going to end up starting with eye tracker, but I forgot that they combined it with like United and Southwest and all that jazz. So the time frame with that is a month, right? Under a month, 3 weeks. Yeah, 3 weeks. So the 126 to 219. So 3 weeks I was able to get over to Sun Country, and then I was at SkyWest, and then SkyWest. So then, what is it? 126. So in about 7 weeks, I was able to jump over the Ryanair, and then I got to Delta, which is a premier airline, right? Delta in April. And I started at the end of January, right? So we're not, or no, middle of January. So all of February, all of March, 8, so 9, 10. So about 10 weeks. So in about 10 weeks, I was able to jump into Delta Airlines. And that's, I don't know, what's the math here? What was this 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 78. Let's just say 80 hours. I was able to get over to Delta Airlines with APL. 80 hours. It's like 9 times more. 9 times more. That's how long it would take. 9 times more with iFly at the current pace. That's crazy. 9 times more. And I went from Delta to Air New Zealand to Southwest to Alaska, Avianca, United. You know, I went all over the place. Spent a lot of time with Sun Country, or SkyWest. Keep saying Sun Country. A lot of time with FedEx, Delta, SkyWest again. Long time with SkyWest. SkyWest again. And then FedEx, Southwest for a little bit, United for a while, Delta, Air Canada, and then recently FedEx. And then United, yeah, little United stretch, a little American, Southwest, and then back to FedEx. Is FedEx now my most? I wonder if I can. How do you do the charts, reports? Let's look at the reports real quick here. Finance. Let's see, hours report, flights. I want to do flights. I like this feature, this pie chart you can bring up. Well, I don't know if it's pie chart, but each one's a little different. I like this. This is really cool. It's just bar chart. Okay. Here's the pie chart. Okay. So SkyWest still is winning by like 30 flights. And then number 2 is FedEx with my second most active flights. And then aircraft 267. But it's a 737. And then I'm assuming the FENIX is number 2. Yeah, 320. So yeah. And then we have this. What's this color? There's 319. Yeah, it must be a 319. What's a purple? Oh, the MAX. Okay. And then career flights versus everything else. Yeah, mostly career flights. And then 20. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Wow. 2024. I've done more flights with 2024 than in 2020. That's crazy. That's crazy to think. Because I know I took off 6 months, but like it's crazy to think that 2024 has been out for what, a year and a half? And I've done more flights with it than I did with 2020. That's crazy. I've never had a score under 80. They've all been over 80, which is neat. Let's look at hours. I'm not sure what this one does. Zachary's asking Champ if he's a pilot. And then here's my flight hours. Let's see. So most of my hours is in the 737, and in second place, that makes sense based on the other stuff. And the same with, yeah, it's just about what, 18-hour difference between FedEx and SkyWest. And then, of course, more hours in 2024. Wow, that's crazy. I didn't think about that. Very interesting. I don't have Flight Line installed right now, so I'd check that too. But it would be much, much, much smaller. So he's responded, and he said this. So he responded to my question, which is, not this time. My vision of career mode is not mean to be easy, and there is no real grind aspect to it. You can also do free flights if you want to take a break and fly something else. So looks like he's going to stick with the 750 as of right now. So he doesn't want to make it easy. I get that. I really do get that aspect of things for sure. Wow, that's a long time though. That's a long, long time. I'm so used to jumping around airlines. You know what I mean? I'm so used to jumping around airlines. It's a shock to be like, holy crap, you're stuck with that, you know? It's a heck of a shock to see that. But it makes sense, because like he said, you can just jump over to the free flight stuff. And there's really no difference jumping to like free flight versus doing the career stuff. You're just kind of flying. I get it. I guess I get it.
Sun Country 3007.
And like the only reason like I fly with APL is the fact that there's a leaderboard, but there's a leaderboard with the airline, but there's no leaderboard. There's no leaderboard with iFly tracker, right? Or the iFly schedule. There's no leaderboard here, right? For like free flights. Airline dashboards. If we go to like American. Upcoming flights, recent flights. Yeah, there's no. That's kind of cool. You get a little pilot card. Route finder, career, calendar, grounds, logbook. Yeah, there's no. I don't think there's an individual. There's not an individual leaderboard for the airlines. Custom airline. Oh, this is just like a custom flight. Okay. But it still tracks it all. Okay, I see. Standby. What is standby? It just must pull a random flight. Okay. And you can choose any, or you can select so you can stay within like this country you want to be in. Fascinating. Let's see. Champ is a real world airline. I didn't know that, Champ. That's news to me as well. That's cool. Okay, let's see. I'm going to try to request runway 16 left in Fort Worth Alliance. Memphis Center, Sun Country 3007. We'd like to request a runway change to runway 16 left. Let's see what happens. You'd probably be like, can't do it. Gotta talk to the people.
Sun Country 3007. You've not yet been assigned an arrival runway.
Oh.
We'll come back with a descent clearance closer to your top of descent.
Oakley dokley. Alright, yeah, I didn't think we could do it this early. I like to do 16 right, sorry, left instead. It's got the ILS. RNAVs are RNAVs. I don't like RNAVs. Picky. I'm picky. So I'm trying to think of like the differences. So with APL's career, APL's leaderboard, you're moving up in. But outside of leaderboard, there really isn't any difference. Like I have all the planes I want with APL. I can generate a route of 10 flights if I want to with iFly. I think you can just cancel any flight you want to if you're doing free flight stuff. Yeah, there really isn't anything else. It's nice. It's nice that it tracks everything, like your logbook, but it does, there's a logbook with eye tracker as well.
Contact Memphis Center 1925. Sun Country 3007. Have a good one.
So it's really, yeah, I don't know.
Memphis Center. Sun Country 3007.
I'm just trying to think of like why I'm being so nitpicky about it. There has to be a reason. You know? I don't know why I'm being so nitpicky about it. I guess the word career is what's throwing my mind off with things like, but there really is no difference other than a leaderboard, which I like a leaderboard, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. I wouldn't be surprised if he adds like the friend features and stuff like that to iFly. I'm assuming that'd be a feature they can easily add in. He has a point. He has a very good point. I have no argument against it. So is a valid point. Yeah, I have like I can't think of I can't think of an argument against it at all. Alright, he wins. I have nothing. I have no argument that I could be like, yeah, yeah, but this, because you could just do the free flight stuff. Huh. There's might be a chance I might just, iFly might just be my career mode going forward. I'll keep APL installed and all that jazz, but I might, like I said, I might just switch over on Monday, switch it over to no worry, and I'll jump in there when I jump in there. Because really, there's no other reason to commit to it now. Like, I can't move up. I can't log back into APL now because I logged out. I had to wait for the 5 minutes, I think, right? Let me check. Yeah, let's see. Because I can't move up anymore in APL. I mean, with FedEx. Like, I think I'm pretty much where I'm going to get to, realistically. Let's look at that real quick. FedEx leaderboard. The leaderboard.
Center on 132.2, American 2367.
Yeah. Like, I could potentially get up to, but they're active right now. Like, I'm 5th. Yeah, that's gonna be tough to get any higher up with that. And then overall, my leader on the main leaderboard, I'm top, yeah, 116. Like, I could, you know, easily climb up a little bit here, but like we have a long way to go for all that stuff. And I think, what is it? The max level is 8. Senior captain's 8 or something. I have a long way to get to 5th, but none of that matters. Like, there's no, the end game is just chasing a leaderboard, I guess. That's the end game really for APL. And with 1,300 hours into it, you know, I'm content. Yeah. I love my APL. It's been great. But at the same time, the iFly schedule is very similar in terms of just jumping airlines. You just don't have to buy. You just don't have to buy, like, you know, the routes and or the airline license and that kind of stuff. You just fly whatever plane you want to. A valid point. Valid point. I like the fatigue system though, the career stuff. That's what I really like about it. It'd be cool if you can add that stuff to the free flight. Manhattan with the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you so much, Manhattan. Much appreciated. We have Noah, a Roman noodle, which is funny. Ron, Omer, and Michael. All courtesy of Manhattan. Thank you so much, Manhattan. That's 15 gifted memberships today, courtesy of the community. Thank you so much for all your support here on the channel. And while I'm thinking about it, so this coming up week is going to be a little sketchy on when I can stream. Tomorrow I have my interview for the potential position at different position at FedEx. Tuesday I have doctor appointments in the morning before work, and so Wednesday I might be able to stream on Wednesday morning, and Thursday I have a weird shift, so nothing Thursday. So maybe Wednesday and Friday would be my streaming days, maybe. Kind of just depends on how the week goes. If I have a follow-up appointment, either the doctor or the interview thing, and to see how that all plays out. So next week might be limited with streaming. I have no videos in the bay either. I have nothing for the channel, unfortunately. It's going to be, like I was saying earlier, February is probably going to be a pretty sluggish month for the channel. Manhattan is indeed the great. Well done. I want to keep doing the briefing room, but I'm still going through this whole introvert thing. I can't get myself to want to. I've sent out my request to some people for doing it. I got back, everyone's like, yeah, let's do it. Now I just got to schedule it, and I'm like, I don't want to. I just don't want to do it. I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk. I don't know. I'm so introvert right now. I'm fine with the streaming from time to time, like I'm doing now, but I'm in so introvert mode, and I'm so my creative mind's gone when it comes to like making content. I was able to get at least 2 videos out so far this month, which is better than I thought I was gonna do. And then of course I'll do my video for when I get the rudder pedals, that whenever I get them, I'll do that video at some point. But yeah, I got just hitting this crater wall right now. There's really nothing to talk about, honestly, when it comes to like new flight sim stuff. I've always said I don't want to just throw out stuff just to throw out stuff, right? I don't want to make content to make content. I want to make content because I feel it's somewhat beneficial, to whoever it could be. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. DJ, welcome in. What do you think about the system in, let's see, what do you think about the system? I'm thinking about trying it over, hold on, what now? What do you think about the system? I'm thinking of trying it over APL. The system? What system? I'm sorry, I'm lost on that one. I'm having a failure to communicate. So far for career modes, I've tried iFly Tracker, which I'm currently using, APL, Fly the Line, NeoFly, and I guess technically NewSky. Those are the career modes that and then on air as well. I've tried all of those. The most time I have in any of them so far is in APL by far. And second place would probably be... Second place might honestly be on... Well... Might be Neo... What's it called? NeoFly? That might be second place. But I haven't touched it in so long. It's been a very, very long time. And then it's probably on air and then Fly the Line. I'd assume that's kind of how it all goes.
Memphis Center. Expect truck tree, runway 16 right.
Alright, it's gonna run my change now. Can we select a different runway? We'd like to select runway 16 left.
Sun Country 3007. Confirm arrival runway change 16 left.
Affirmative. Sun Country 3007. Right. We got it.
Sun Country 3007. Roger. Change to 16 left approved. New instructions to follow.
New landing runway 16 left. Roger.
16
Sun
left.
Country
Pop it in.
3007.
16. Oh, it's an R. Oh, here we go. ILS.
Sun Country 3007, Memphis Center. Expect truck tree, runway 16 left.
This would have pissed me off if it was premium character still. We'll expect truck 3, runway 16 left. Sun Country 3007. All right. And let's see. I'm looking. Okay. I meant to. What do you think of iFly career over APL? I'm looking to go for the iFly. I just want to know the difference from APL. So, where do we begin? Where do we begin? Give me a second. I'll answer your question. Give me a second here. Let me put in the arrival stuff here so I don't forget it. 110, because that's going to take a little bit for me to break all the information down for you. And I got to think about being as non-biased as possible because I have a lot of hours in APL. And I will always say APL is the best add-on you can possibly get for career mode. The same thing I say about with like SI is BeyondATC is always going to be, in my opinion, the best one you can buy because it's a one-time purchase. Because it's a single one-time purchase. It doesn't have all the other thrills and features that like a SI has, and it's slightly cheaper than FS HUD that has a few more features as well. But I think it's the best one to purchase because it's the lowest costing one, and it works extremely well for what it offers. Okay, so got that all set up. Okay, what do I think? Between iFly and APL. Okay, so the differences. The differences are the following. Let me bring up APL again. All right, let me bring up APL again. Let's just go over the differences real quick here. Okay, so we'll look at we'll talk about the differences and the similar, you know, all that kind of jazz as well. But okay, I want to start at shop and then aircraft licenses. So with APL, every flight you make money. Every flight you complete that's not a free flight, you make money. And that money is primarily to be purchasing aircraft licenses. So when you first start APL, you get to select a single license. Okay? You get to select one license for free. I think it's one license, maybe two, but I don't remember, so long ago. But you get to select one license. Okay, let's just say it's one. And so you want to obviously pick one that you, an aircraft you own, right? An aircraft you're happy and comfortable with and you'll be flying for a while. So I had picked the 737. And so then you also get to pick a starting airline. And it randomly generates 5 airlines to choose from. Okay? So, oh, hold on. With APL, I just get bored and wind up changing a lot. Oh, because you already have APL. Oh, okay. You already have APL. Okay, I'm going to continue this for those who don't have APL. So you get to pick an airline, right? And you get 5 random ones that it picks, and it's always going to be low tier airlines. So it's going to be like the low cost airlines. So I showed you a log earlier I had, but I started off at Air whatever, some Canadian airline, and then I went over to Sun Country, which I'm flying actually with in an iFly. And you move your way up. So then I went over to SkyWest and etc. Moved up the chain. Okay, you build XP, which then gives you more XP down the road. Okay, so each tier that you are with APL, you move up the chain. So I'm a senior captain 4, level 4 right now. You start off with as a first officer, and then there's like, I don't know, senior first officer and etc. Right? And each one of those levels give you more XP for the next level you're in. I think that's how it works at least. Okay, so then you can buy in the shop. You can buy stuff to help boost your XP and your cash, you know, but those cost a lot of money, right, to do. So I have a few of the XP ones purchased to help boost up my XP a little bit more. And the XP is simply, all the XP does is it helps you build your get faster to the next level. But honestly, once you get up to like senior captain, you pretty much have what you want. So at this point, then it's just a community aspect, the leaderboards that you're going up against. So if you're competitive and you want to move up the leaderboard, that's how you do that, right? Like with money, I have no money. I spend all my money. How these people have all this money is crazy. How this guy here, ex-pilot, can have all this money and is not in the top leaderboard, in the top 17 here, right? Yeah, is crazy. How is that possible? I feel like there's cheating going on somewhere. None of these people seem to be in the top 17 here. Just at glance really quick here, none of them seem to be in the top. That seems weird. You think you'd have all kinds of money, you'd also be in the top XP. Either way. The most of APL is all about chasing the leaderboard, right? And it's nice because you can jump between airlines. You also have to apply for airlines. You have to wait 7 days and all that kind of jazz. So there's this realistic part of that. I like the tracking with APL as well. So if we go into the logbook, I do like a lot of things it tracks. And the iFly tracker is very limited in what it actually tracks at this moment. But with APL, here's my last flight. So it tracks, you know, bank angles, G-force, speed, lights, flaps, transponder, etc. It tracks all this stuff here, right? During each phase of the flight. Whereas with iFly, all it tracks currently is your vertical speed, your landing rates, and your Gs. I think that's what I saw, right? Those 4 things. It's very limited what it tracks. It'd be nice if it tracks lights and whatnot. I'm assuming that's going to come down the road, but at this moment it doesn't. Those things are nice, but again, it's not the end of the world. Not the end of the world at all. And then you get a score, 0 out of 100, right? For your final score. APL is super cool. I think it's super friendly to get into and start doing and have a good time and have success early on. I think Fly the Line's even easier to get into and kind of fly whatever airline you want. Because I think Fly the Line, you can pick any airline you want. You don't have to go through percentages or tiers. You want to fly for United, you fly for United, and that's it. You can do 4 flights for United, you can jump to the next airline, you can do 4 flights with them, jump to the next airline. You know, it's cool, it's great, it's fantastic to have all that. But there are some issues I have with Fly the Line. The biggest issue I have is that the touchdown zone is really, really sensitive. And I think last I heard he was going to adjust that a little bit, right, to open it up a little bit. Now, let's talk about Fly the Line. Fly the Line is primarily web-based. It's primarily web-based here, okay? You have the tracker, which you see up there in the top left corner. But, so there are 2 ways you can do it. They have the career mode, which I just launched, or he just launched. I keep saying they, but he's one person making this. He just made, which is really cool. And I've really had a good time doing it. It has a leaderboard as well with the airline. But the con of it all is that there are different tiers that unlock the different airlines. And we looked at that earlier, but it's pretty aggressive. So here it is. There's the 4 tiers. And so it's all based on hours. So, for example, if you want to fly for United Airlines in the career mode, you'd have to have 750 hours to see these flights here. I'd rather it be based on your level, your level here, and he break up this into different categories as well. Kind of like what APL does. I'd rather have that, but I get why he doesn't. Because then it's pretty much the same thing, right? He has to have his own, he's got to find his own way to make things and make it, and he's making it really simple with having 4 tiers instead of having, 18 different tiers. I like that a lot. But you don't have to do just a career mode with that. If you want to do what I primarily do with APL is just jumping around, that's where you have the free flight stuff. And the free flight stuff, you can add whatever you want. So for example, let's say, let's see, where do I want to fly out of? I want to fly out of my next flight. Here's what I want to do. I want to fly out of DFW. It's okay, since I bought DFW recently, I don't care where I'm going to go to, but my flight I want to be is 1 hour. And I'm not going to put in a code. I don't care about the aircraft. And now, okay, let's, hold on, this is not it. I want to search. I want to generate a flight. Here, flight route. That's what I want to do. Sorry. I was the wrong spot. All right, airline. And I want to depart from DFW. And and I want it to be an hour-long flight. I can hit search, and now it's going to search a bunch of routes that fly out of DFW, and I can pick whatever one I want and add it to my next one. So, for example, I can do this DFW to San Antonio, DFW to Salt Lake, to St. Louis. I can't remember what that one is. Midland, I think, right? I don't know what that is. Moby. Pensacola, etc. So there's so many options here. These are all they're not all 1 hour. It's like 1 to 2 hours, I think, is what the window is for that. But let's see if I can find one that I want to do. Here you go. This is George Bush. I like this one. I like doing this flight a lot. San Antonio was already on there. I saw that earlier. And I think I'm going to do... I'll do San Antonio, actually. 319. I don't have to fly that aircraft either because it doesn't track that currently. So I can fly whatever aircraft I want. But yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do. Which one do I want to do? I'm gonna do San Antonio. What the hell? So I'm gonna do that one for my next flight. I can click on that, and I can save selected flights, which is just that one. And now it's been added to my schedule. So now I have a flight from my next schedule, which is DFW San Antonio. I can now do that flight with the iFly tracker, and there you go. That's it. And here's the pilot logbook for that. So it's similar, and there's, oh, I didn't know there was achievements too. Oh, hot damn. Huh. I didn't know there were achievements. Well, hell. That gives me a purpose to fly with this. Now, here's the kicker, though. The kicker with the iFly schedules is that if you want to have the iFly tracker, which you see up there in the top left corner, it is $4 a month or $40 a year, whichever direction you want to go with. So there's that. It's not free. APL isn't free either. You got to buy it. And Flyline, you got to buy it. On Air is a subscription-based service as well. Which one offers more? Well, currently, On Air offers more in terms of the subscription-based career modes. It offers a lot more, but it's also costs more money. Because On Air, if we go to On Air, let's go to On Air real quick. OnAir.com. Is it? Oh, OnAir.company. On-air pricing subscription is based in euros as well. So let's see. So for a year, it's 42 euros. What's the conversion of that? That's $50. So it's $10 more for a year access to On-air, which offers more stuff. But if you look at monthly, so it's 10 euros monthly. Conversion is US dollars is 10, is that right? Okay, so by $11. So it costs, if you do monthly subscription based with On Air, it's like what, 2.5 times more money with On Air. But On Air does offer a lot more stuff, but On Air is more grindy as well. I didn't know about the achievements here. Now I'm interested. And I can now fly this flight using the tracker with whatever aircraft I want. I don't have to fly just the 321, right? I can fly whatever I want because it doesn't track that. So I don't know. I like a lot of what iFly offers, and I have a sneaking suspicion I'll be using that going forward here. Probably, today, starting today, kind of thing, right? So hopefully that makes some sense. Hopefully I wasn't rambling too much with it. I mean, what do you think that... Okay, yeah, I got rid of that. I'm looking to go with the iFly. Just want to know the difference between the APL. I think there's a lot of parallels, a lot of similarity between the two products. But if you're okay with understanding that you're going to be paying a subscription-based service, that's the difference, I guess, with APL versus On Air, right? After, what, $4 a month, so... what's the math on that? My math is so bad today. APL is what, $35 or something like that, right? So after 9 months of,
Center on
let's just round it, 9 months of
124.75.
using
Sun Country
iFly, you would have already
3007.
bought an APL. But if you already have APL, well, if you're bored of it,
Fort Worth Center. Sun Country
I guess that's the
3007.
difference.
Descending
The
via
difference
truck
is
tree.
pretty much
Flight level 287.
you can jump any airline anytime you want to at any given time without
Sun
restrictions.
Country 3007, Fort Worth Center.
But that's the free flight stuff. Successfully self-design agree with with SI having a sub and hold on. Having a sub, I feel like I have to fly all the time to make it worth it. Yeah. And that's what a subscription is based. You feel like you always have to use it. I totally get that. It's no different than, I was telling my wife, I was thinking about canceling out Disney because I don't use it all the time. Well, now I am because I found 2 shows I'm watching. 3 shows, but yeah, when you have a subscription, you definitely feel like you have to use it all the time because there's a reason why you're subscribing to it every single month, and that's that's SI for sure. Now I use ATC all the time, so in that aspect, the cost for SI for me, the cost isn't the issue with SI. There's other things with SI. Like for me, it's I won't use the flight attendant. I won't use the mentor. I won't use 90% of the features that SI offers. But if SI had a tier that was $5 for just ATC, you know, it might be something that could be beneficial to me. It's not going to be because I have BeyondATC, which I don't have to pay anymore for. You know, it's like APL, right? APL, if APL offers everything you're looking for, it has the free flight features in there. It has everything that iFly pretty much has in it. But if you want something that's different, a little bit different, slightly different, or kind of like a reset, although you can just reset your APL account too. So, like it's a weird dynamic because they're very similar. There's so many different parallels and all that jazz between all the career modes out there. You know, Fly the Line is so much like Fly the Line. Fly the Line is so much like iFly as well, where you can do one flight at a time. The difference with right now with Fly the Line is it doesn't offer cargo airlines, and it doesn't offer a lot of the regional airlines either. So you're missing out on a lot of different routes that are available with APL and iFly. Hopefully that gave a little bit more information. Let's see. Well, with APL, I get bored a lot, end up changing, and find myself wanting more from it. I like the APL track. I also got bored and had to reset. And I do IRL style regionals to majors. Don't see. To make captain. 99 to 100% of each flight. So I want more from it. Not sure with it though. Yeah, I don't know if you're going to get a lot more with iFly, to be honest. I don't know if you'll get a lot more, based on what you're telling me, based on what I'm understanding. I don't know if you're going to get a lot more offered via iFly's free flights. The career mode, probably not either, because you can't, with the career mode, you can't jump airlines for a very long time. And even when you can, you have to wait 30 days or 28 days, whatever it is. You have to wait a month, pretty much, to jump to the next airline. What I like about iFly is pretty much what he told me in the response, which is good, is if you want to break from Sun Country, you can do free flight, right? And I guess it's really no difference than flying with APL or flying with Fly the Line. They just kind of break it up into 2 different categories, one that's free flight, one that's career mode. And again, there's no difference in that other than the little leaderboard with the airline, with the career mode. It's one of those weird things to really kind of dive deep into and understand what the differences are between the different softwares out there. I will always say APL is the one to, for sure, buy. I think everyone should own APL. It's a freaking awesome add-on. It offers so much for so little. So much for so little. It's a pretty big deal. It's a great thing to have. And then number 2. Number 2, probably Fly to Line. I think number 2 is going to be tied up between Fly to Line and iFly. But I would say because Fly to Line would get the slight benefit early on, or the slight, I would go in this direction first because it's a one-time purchase. And you know, I've talked about it so many times, but I hate subscriptions. I'm willing to spend the money on subscriptions if they're, one, reasonable, and you know, if I really appreciate the developer. And like in this aspect, I really like the developer from iFly. I think it's really, really cool. Very open, very fast to communicate, and all that kind of stuff. So I'm willing to definitely give him the funds on it and support what he offers for sure. But you know, like, there's going to be more career modes in the past as well. And there are, you know, there's so many different career modes out there. So many different options available. You got to just find the one that works best for you. No, I don't fly in VATSIM. Don't fly in VATSIM. I haven't flown VATSIM for a while. Haven't done the VATSIM for a while. I was going to try it here a few months back, but never did. Had the perfect opportunity and then had a power outage. So I'm glad I didn't go back, and I'm glad I didn't start VATSIM then. Would have been an issue. I was about to hit it, and then we had I was about to hit the connect to VATSIM, and then like the power went out. But there was like the perfect day because it was a perfect little short hop that I wanted to do, and there was VATSIM covering all of it. I was like, oh wow, this is incredible. And like I said, the power went out, and it is what it is. I should jump back into Fly to Line and kind of reevaluate it. There hasn't been an update though for a little bit. Hasn't been an update for a little bit. Let me see what the last update was for it.
Fort Worth Center, copy.
Let's see, Fly to Line. How's the Discord? There it is. Alright, let's see. Last update was back in November. The last update for Fly to Line was back in November, and he added in options to generate schedule that they don't have return flights every flight, more languages, then the time, you don't have to actually fly the time anymore. A new experimental map allows you to see other users. Those are the main things he added on. But it's been pretty quiet on their end for a while. I don't know if there's any more. And he's adding into it though.
Sun Country 3007. Contact Lone Star Approach 118.1.
Contact Lone Star Approach. Sun Country 3007. Lone Star, Sun Country 3007. Good day. 12,900 feet with the numbers.
Sun Country 3007. Lone Star Approach. Altimeter 3014. Expect a visual approach runway 16 left.
Altimeter 301 for expect the visual approach runway 16 left.
And here's talking about
Country
APL, or
3007.
yeah, trying to get the base. And here's like the cargo stuff. Last I heard, he was trying to add the cargo stuff. And that was back in January. So it looks like there hasn't been a major update with Fly the Line, which isn't bad. It's like it's still a good add-on. I'm gonna keep on using Fly the Line, I think, at least for the rest of the month. Kind of see how things go out, but I'm cool with giving him the $4 a month. It's worth $4 a month. There's no doubt about it. No doubt about it. All right, 4,000 feet right there. So that's in the box. That's looking good. Speed's coming back. Let's go over here. We're preparing for the arrival. Flaps are 40 at 140 for the speed. Why is it doing that? All right, there we go. That's all good. We'll get a vector after truck there. Or trunk. Let's see. Wish route updates happen a little quicker on APL. It's a lot for sure. So yeah, he updates the routes every month. Every month. It's like the first week of the month, or one of the first days of the month he adds. Look at the weather here. It's cool. Yeah, so he does update them pretty quickly. It's every month he updates them. Fly Line though, he hasn't updated his routes. His are all the same. That's what we're looking at briefly there in Discord, which that he's looking for a cost-effective way to do the routes. I think there's a cloud base for the routes too, or for cloud saving for your career with Fly the Line. I think, maybe not. I guess I'd have to reinstall it and find out. Like I said, my biggest issue with Fly the Line is that there was no cargo routes, and I like flying the cargos, you know, MD-11s, and obviously I've been flying the FedEx stuff. All right, 9,000 feet, all is looking grand. And we're going to exit to the right, I think it is, for the landing, right? No, sorry, to the left. And I have no idea. I'm so confused. It says terminal, but I've never actually seen, like, I don't see any gates at this airport. So I'm just going to park where I normally park at, which I don't think makes sense, but either way, that's where I'm going to park. 8,000 feet. I'll probably chillax on the Sun Country stuff, the actual career part of iFly schedules. Just because I'm kind of getting bored of the same 5 airports that I fly into. Sun Country they're a low budget airline, so they don't have a whole, bunch of routes. And I've said it many times here on the channel, I like most of my flights to be like total of an hour, including like pushback to taxi into the gate. Like that's kind of what I like. And like this, for example, this flight here, we're sitting at an hour and 24 minutes, which isn't that much longer. But it's enough for me.
Sun Country 3007.
It's enough for me.
190. Expect radar vectors for
I like my short little
runway
flights.
Leave Truk heading 190. Expect radar vectors for visual approach.
So I'll try. I think I'm gonna
16
do.
left.
I had that one booked now with San Antonio, but I'll probably Dallas to San Antonio. I'll probably do a bunch of free flights for a while.
3007, turn left, heading 205.
205.
Vector approach.
Turn left, heading 205. Sun Country
And with
3007.
APL, what is it? There's a time frame in there where it will kick you from the airline if you don't do a flight within. Is it 30 days? It might be 30 days. If you don't do a flight within 30 days, it kicks you from the airline, and then you have to reapply to airlines. Which like I said, I'm gonna go to no worries, and then that will keep me stuck with FedEx for at least a week with APL, and I'll do that's what I'll do my cargo flights.
3007, turn left, heading 190, intercept the 16 left localizer.
190, intercept the localizer,
Turn
checked.
left, heading 190, intercept the 16 left localizer. Sun Country 3007.
Alright, I don't see the airport just yet, or is it right there?
Sun Country 3007, descend maintain
I think it's right
3600,
here.
altimeter 3014.
I think.
Descend maintain 3600, altimeter 3014. Sun Country 3007.
Alright, we'll get the webcam on here in just a second. Just a second. Got the wind pushing us. Altimeter 3013. What was the last check on there? 3014. So 13 should be fine for the arrival. We're 17 nautical miles out. Let's go ahead and arm the speed brakes. And then we're going to arm the approach mode. That's good. Oh yeah, I remember one thing I didn't like about APL, or sorry, not APL, Flight Align, is when you generate your routes. Oh no, hold on. I have to go back and look into it actually now that I can't remember if this is true or not, but I think if you generate your schedule, you have to fly that plane only with the schedule, right? Or can you just fly any plane you want? Did you have to add each plane into the database? Now I can't remember if you with the flaps going here. I can't remember if you can fly after you generated any plane, or how that worked now. I honestly cannot remember. I know you generate your sectors. I think you can just switch to whatever plane you want on the start flight screen. I think you select your flight there, and then you import it into your SimBrief information. I don't think you can do like with APL and iTrack or iFly, where you can hit a button to send it off to SimBrief. I think you have to. I think you import it into SimBrief. I think you import the SimBrief into that. I think. I can't remember. It's been so long. I haven't touched it since it came out this summer, because I was feeling the cargo stuff.
Sun Country
Alright, got the field in sight right there.
Airport is at your 11 o'clock 10 miles. Report the field in sight.
We have the field in sight, Sun Country 3007.
Sun Country 3007, cleared visual approach runway 16 left.
I feel like we're awfully high here.
Cleared visual
Yeah, we are
approach
high.
16 left. Sun Country 3007.
Sun Country 3007, contact Alliance Tower 135.15.
I was like, what the hell's going on?
One.
This is not intercepting the
Over to
localizer.
tower
Oh, there it goes.
135.15.
Okay, and then we'll be at
Sun
24.
Country 3007. See you.
Okay, there we go. That's better.
Alliance Tower.
It's coming at a
Sun
weird
Country
angle.
3007. Visual runway 16 left.
Okay, flaps are good.
Sun Country
Gear
3007, Alliance Tower,
down.
Wind 190 at 8, runway 16 left, cleared to land.
Clear to land.
Runway 16 left. Clear to land.
2500.
Sun Country 3007.
Let's drop down a little bit faster. Flaps 25. Alright, glide slope should be kicking in any second now. Any second now. There's glide slope. Cool. Flaps 30. Speed's good. Spoilers are armed. And here comes flaps 40. Alright, disconnect AP a little early. Alright, we got a crosswind right now of 16 knots. I don't know where the actual terminal is.
1,000.
The charts on Navigraph are telling me they're on the left, where I always park. I'll show you where I've been parking, but I don't know if that's right. 'Cause there's no gates. It doesn't look like, I don't see anywhere where passengers should be like walking around. Like I'm parking right in front of a hangar. Like I've seen the cargo ramp for FedEx and Amazon, but I don't know where anything else is. I didn't know.
500.
Like this looks like it's terminal here on the left, but that
400.
I suppose that could be it.
300.
Oh, watch the
Glide slow.
watch the speed
Glide
or watch
slow.
the altitude.
Glide slow.
I was looking at the scenery.
Glide slow. Glide slow. Minimums. Glide slow. $100. 50. 30. 20.
All right, idle.
10.
Cha-choom. Touchdown. All right, reverse. Welcome to Fort Worth Alliance, which is not Dallas. We've gotten that corrected by Manhattan. All right, idle. Laps coming up.
Sun Country 3007, exit next available taxiway.
And speed brakes are disarmed.
Exit
90
next
lights are coming
available
off.
taxiway.
So I've been just
Country
parking right up here
3007.
because that's where the Alliance. This is where Navigraph's telling me where the terminal is. But Manhattan's saying Alliance is purely cargo and military. Interesting. Why is Sun Country flying here then? Or at least iFly says they fly here.
Contact ground 132.65.
And then down over here is Cargo Land,
Ground
FedEx.
132.65. Sun Country
And then this is some other
3007.
hangar that was
Take
over
care.
there. No passengers. Welcome to Fort Worth. Virtually, you are 20 minutes. Oh, south of you. Really? Maybe this is like the little terminal. Terminal building? I want to check to see if Sun Country actually flies here now. Is iFly wrong? Alright, parking brake is set over here to the left-hand side. Let's go to ground operations, set the chocks. The chooks. Request the ground power. And then on. Let's go down here. Turn those dudes off. Complete the flight. Let's check out flight radar. Actually, no, let's do flight aware. Let's do flight aware. Okay. Let's see. Select a route. This was St. Louis. Oh, dang it. St. Louis to KAFW. Fort Worth Alliance. Yeah, Sun Country does fly in there. Okay, cool. Okay, it's real. It's real. They're not lying. There was a flight that just came on in. Early in the morning. Holy cow, 4:30 in the morning? Is it just like bring military people in? That's crazy. That's an early flight. Is it just military people? Or what's going on with that plane? Let's see. Sun Country flies the 737s for for Amazon. They're flying cargo in. Really? Sun Country flies cargo in there? Fascinating. That would make sense with the timing then. Let's see, there are private jets that fly out of Alliance. Air Force One lands at Alliance. That's a bit for passengers. Oh, interesting. P2 says I lived 3 years in Dallas, never once went to Fort Worth. I'm sorry you had a bad experience, P2. No, I wanted to just let's see. No, I wanted to just didn't know what to do. Oh, just didn't know what to do there. Okay, so Sun Country flies cargo into Fort Worth. Now I understand why they're flying there. Okay, now I get it. Now I totally get it. Interesting. And this would make sense because it's the same flight, right? Past flights, yeah. Fascinating. And then I assume there's a flight that goes back every morning. And that must be the reverse flight I did with iFly yesterday. Let's see. Go to my logbook, career mode, and this one here. Oh, that's the same one. Never mind. Yeah, this one here. Sun Country 3059 is a reverse flight, 11 hours, yeah. So they left at pretty much midnight. No, sorry. Yeah, midnight. And then they went back. Okay. Interesting. I did not know that. Cool. That's nice to learn. For now, Allegiant will take over soon. Yeah, hold on. Oh, Allegiant will take over. Okay, they took Amazon from Atlas and Southern, and now who knows what they'll do with it. Interesting. Fascinating. Had no idea that Sun Country was flying cargo for Amazon. I always thought Amazon was just flying all their own crap. All right, how's that landing rate? 182 on that one. The first one was a 139, not bad. The average is still looking very fine. We're smooth, 162 on the average. Hardest landing was a 281. Softest was a 112. And does that put me up to 7th in the career mode? No, 8th still. Just behind. I'm just 10 minutes or so behind Pilot for Hire. Son of a gun. I'm going to try this standby. I'm curious what that's going to do. I'm going to put it for 4 minutes. Just out of curiosity. All right, folks. I do appreciate you spending the last 3 hours with me here on the stream. Lots of fun.
Another subscriber.
Who just subscribed? Jonas, thanks for the subscription. Much appreciated. Thank you to Manhattan and to the amazing King Bob for the 10 gifted memberships from him and 5 from Manhattan. Thank you all for the support today. Thanks for, again, spending 3 hours with me on these 2 flights showcasing iFly's schedules. I think it's a really cool career mode. I'm a little put off now about the longevity that I have to put in for the career mode to move up. But, you know, he made it very clear that he's not trying to make it easy, which, you know, it makes sense because I was also complaining about Fly the Line being too easy. You know, I was able to get it done in 50 hours. And so it's, you know, you have the one extreme, then you have the other extreme. So I really like it. I'm going to continue, obviously, using it, as I said, and still using APL. I do think I'm going to jump into Fly the Line a little bit because it's been a while since I tried that. But today I'm going to go ahead and pop in First Officer again, maybe. Let's see if I want to actually take the time to... I don't know if I saved my profiles. I'll have to see if I saved my profiles. I doubt I did. If I did, then it's going to be great. I probably didn't, though. But see how that all is. Again, thanks for all coming in, checking out iFly with me a little bit. It's been fun. 2 great flights. BeyondATC was fantastic, as always. And the Moza cockpit was great. Flight Sim worked great. And we'll see y'all for the next stream, which will likely be, if possible, on Wednesday. If not, you know, that's life. But thanks again for coming in. We'll see you for the next one. Take care, everyone. Have a great rest of your Sunday.